What's up, people? We back with another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1, J100, or Mr. So 100, because you know I do it the So 100 way. And today we got a special guest in the building, man. From what I just seen, man, y'all ain't gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? You might see a clip of it before you see this, but when I tell you it's amazing, man, that's a lack of better words. We got the Flame artist in the building, man. We got Miss Aisha Dickey, aka the Blue Flame, in the building, man.
What's up, man?
What's up, Blue Flame? How you doing?
Man, I am blessed, highly favored, and just appreciative of the opportunity to be here with you,
Yes.
vibe with you, do some pre-production
Oh my
energy.
God.
You know,
Man, had the place on fire. I'm
yeah,
telling
we
you.
had it smoky in here,
Yes.
nice and hot, which
Had
is
it
what we
hot.
do. We bring the heat.
For
I'm so
sure.
grateful to be able to bring the heat to the city. Be born and raised. I'm born and raised Memphis 10.
Yeah.
Straight from the Haven. Shout out to Black Haven, White Haven, whatever you want to call it, but we call it the Haven.
Yeah.
And just so grateful to be from this city, just doing what it is I do. But that's
That's
what they
what's
call
up.
me, Blue Flame
Blue Flame.
or Aisha.
Okay. Well, look, let me say this. Let me say, I appreciate you for blessing me with your presence.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be sitting here chopping it up with you, and I can't wait to get to know you beyond the clientele.
I love
Yeah.
it.
First thing I want to do, Blue Flame, is get the business out the way.
Business first.
Yes, business first at all times. What I want you to do, I want you to let the people know exactly what a flame artist is, and that what it is you do, how they can tap in with you, how they can book you, how they, you know what I'm saying,
Yes.
anything on the business realm, but let them know like it's real deal. This thing that you do, this
Yeah.
art
Yeah, you felt
that
that
you
heat.
perform. I felt the
We
heat.
felt he felt that smoke, y'all. He
Yes,
had to lift the
we had to clear the
we had to
air,
clear and see,
literally.
we had to clear the air.
Yes, let
I
them
I
know. Let them
I
know what it
am,
is.
man. I always say all praises first to the Most High God for the assignment. I didn't grow up seeing anybody that looked like me. I'd never known what a fire artist was.
Hmm.
We know circus in a very minimal way. For me, circus was always a dope thing, but I never saw people that looked like me. But the more
Yeah,
I got into what I was doing, I started to understand the preservation that I was assigned. So, a fire artist is literally a person that manipulates fire.
yeah.
We work with real fire. We work with over 1,600 degrees of fire. And I literally eat fire. I flesh fire over my body.
That's what
I
it's called. Flesh fire.
flesh.
Ain't that
Mm-hmm.
something? I would have just said burnt. Burnt
Mm-hmm.
myself.
Flesh
Flesh
fire over
fire.
our body.
Wow.
And I am the first ever from Memphis to do it. Again, I think that's why for me, not seeing it ever was such a weird thing to do because
Yeah.
when I was introduced to it, it wasn't something that I was like, hey, I'm going to be a fire artist.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It was never that. It literally was me working with a group of people that brought me into circus art because fire art is a form of circus art.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, a lot of people don't know. That's why I keep correlating circus.
Right. Right.
But circus also is a cultural thing. If you go to Jamaica, if you go to Caribbean Carnival, you
Okay.
see the stilt walkers, you see the fire blowers, you
Yeah.
see the fire eaters, the fleshers, especially in things like shout out to Jab, to Caribbean Carnival. We have actual, um, we have I'm trying to get it out, parades, carnival parades.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you have a
Yeah.
carnival parade, it's kind of just like what you would see in Pride.
Okay. Okay.
And so I started in these particular types of spaces,
Okay.
preserving energy in Caribbean Carnival. I've led Caribbean Carnival.
Mm.
I have also done Pride, which I've been really honored to do as well.
Okay.
Been on floats, representing the LGBTQ community. I'm a big ally which is where a lot of people don't understand where my fire arts comes from.
Okay.
I started on the stages of Drew's Place, honey. Shout out to Drew's Place on Madison. That was a place that people really welcomed um, extraordinary arts, I would call it.
Okay.
And so I ended up on Drew's Places stages, and I started eating fire. My first song was Walk Like an Egyptian because I literally wanted to also pay homage to my ancestors, the Isis goddesses, the Egyptian goddesses. We are straight Memphis, right?
Yeah.
So everything I do is Memphis based, blues based.
Okay.
I just like to bring in soul. So that's how I got into fire arts. Again, everything I do with fire arts, I also work with a burlesque vibe of fire arts. So I can bring a really super sexy vibe to your
Okay.
fire arts. So I work in corporate, um, doing a lot of different events where we are fully clothed. We can do fire dancing, fire eating, ISIS wings. ISIS wings are these wings that
I was gonna
actually
say, what is that?
expand and extend. They are lit up sometimes. They also are of color. So depending on my client, like I have so many clients that I have bougie clients.
Okay.
Ooh, I love my clients. My clients be having requests. Like I may have a client that has I'll give you some examples. I did a Noop anniversary.
Okay.
So I had to do this crimson and cream look with pearls,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
red lingerie and um, this, this lace vibe and making sure I had my bow tie
Yeah. Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And so all of these things go into what I do. And then on a corporate level, I
Uh,
did a event at Memphis Zoo
okay.
where I did a Christmas party and I was the reindeer. I came in first as the reindeer, so I had the light up red nose and
Uh,
these light up ISIS wings, and then we had, I don't know if you've ever seen during the cold weather, they have the little fireballs um, lit up in the zim, and it's the hippo area where the little
uh,
hippo area is, and
I haven't
it's
seen
a
it, but
fire.
really.
So I'm fire dancing, and the little hippo area is lit up, and you can walk through and see the
Okay.
hippos. And it's 20 degrees
Right.
outside,
But you got the heat.
but I got that heat. And so I go from so many facets: private birthday parties, gender reveals.
Yeah.
Um, I do bachelorette parties, bachelor parties, bikers parties.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so I've done. What was my most extreme? My most extreme was a swingers party.
Oh my.
And so I have all these types of people that have, a request
Yeah.
for me to come in and do, and I come in very professional. I do not interrupt their spaces.
Right. Right.
I come in and do what I'm
What you're
serviced
there
to
to do.
do,
Yeah.
and I'm out.
That's
So
nice.
I'm just really grateful. And platform wise,
Mm-hmm.
you can literally find me on Facebook as Blue Flame Flow Artist, also Blue Flame Fire Burlesque. On TikTok, you can find me at Blue Flame Fire Goddess. On Instagram, you can find me as Blue Flame Fire Eater, also Fire Goddess of Blue Flames, which is my burlesque page. I keep those very separate because I am a family friendly fire performer and a
Okay.
sensual fire performer. I love the kids.
Okay.
So
Okay.
really, what I do is really for especially my black kids, my culture kids that
Yes.
don't understand where fire dancing comes from, which is the African culture, the Jamaican culture, the
Okay.
Polynesian culture. And so when I see them and their eyes light up, it's like this is why I do it.
Okay.
Sexy shit be fun,
Right.
but
Right. Right.
when I see a child, which I have to give this story because it's so powerful.
So before you give it, I just
Mm.
want I want it now. I want you to give it, but
Oh,
I want you to make sure you got all the platforms covered because I'm gonna put the prompt up for you.
all platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Those are my main platforms.
And they can book you through those.
You can actually book me through Blue Flame fireent@gmail.com.
Okay.
You can also book me at BlueFlame Burley Q at yahoo.com. You can also utilize the Blue Flame Fire ENT as a yahoo.com as well. I have both.
Okay.
So if the Gmail does not work, please hit me on the Yahoo Blue Flame Fire ENT at yahoo.com.
Yes.
Those are, if you book me on Burley Q, that means you're booking me for a burlesque show,
Okay.
which is Blue Flame Burley Q, again, at yahoo.com, or Blue Flame Fire ENT at yahoo.com. Just use those.
Okay.
Those are two different bookings, so that
Right.
way I'll know if you're booking me for a event that is family friendly, because
Right.
we
I
love the
get it.
kids.
I get it.
And then if you know, y'all want to bring that sexy shit, that good energy, that vibe, that sensual feminine energy, that burlesque vibe, that is also where Blue Flame Burley Q comes in. So
Okay.
I literally love to keep them separate because,
Yes. Yes.
you
That
know,
makes sense.
it,
That
it, it
makes a
gives
lot
me
of
so much
sense.
space to grow.
Yeah. And then, like you said, they will know um, what they're booking for. If you say burlesque, you know what to expect.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah,
That makes
just
sense.
just shoot me an email. Say you want to book. I do have websites. The reason right now that I'm not using websites is because I access you to everybody. I actually access you to the other fire dancers that are not of
Oh.
color, and so I'm working on my own website
Okay.
where it will directly be able to just book me, which has been tough because you gotta have
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the time. But that
Yeah.
is why I would love for you guys to book me at my email. That way, I also know you're serious.
Yes.
I have a lot
That's
of
more direct.
I have a lot of inquiries of what I do, and is it hot, and
It's
is it
hot.
real, and
It's damn
man,
so
when you
hot.
email, it's so hot
It's
and
so hot.
smoky.
Tell you, it's hot. Yeah, for real, it is hot. Trust me.
and
Real fire.
and so that way I know you're serious, and I can send you a questionnaire. We pretty much go through that, making sure we know your name, location, venue, making sure you're inside or outside. I ask for your theme to make sure I know your theme.
Okay.
And I'm also fully insured, so I do provide insurance to my
Okay.
venue. I cover my venue, not just the night.
Okay.
So if you're an indoor event, and like say we needed to cover beyond the clientele for what we
Yeah.
just did, I could easily just give you them your address and say I need
It's
you to
covered.
cover that. So if we do
Yeah.
something, on any scale, I don't care what scale, I can cover your venue. Which people have to realize, you can book a lot of fire dancers, but you need to also question their paperwork.
Because if they set your joint on fire, yeah, that's something to think about for real.
I'm just saying, I'm over 2 million insured. Are you?
I heard that. I heard that. Okay, so we got the business out the way, and that was the most important. Now I want to start with the story that you were about to tell me, if you didn't forget.
Mm. We were talking about the fire dancing.
Yes, you said something about some
Um,
kids. I
and so just for me, loving the kids. Starting what I did and what I do is, again, being a kid, never seeing someone that looks like me do what I do, and then being introduced to an art that I knew nothing about.
think.
So a lot of people, my history, my background with circus arts, fire arts, is literally me going into uh, the Molly Fontaines,
Molly Fontaines. Okay.
um, going to have a drink, and supporting Jared Price for a political event. I had a good friend of mine that was also going to support. I met a team of people that actually had an aerial arts company, and aerial is the girls that hang from the ceilings with the silks
Okay.
and the lyra. Have you ever seen that on down in the valley? What's the name of it? What's the name of the show?
Mm-hmm.
But that little circle that's in the strip club,
Mm-hmm.
I know I do all that shit. So I started there. as a aerial artist, I got introduced to this performer that had her own aerial arts company. She wanted me to come in just to learn, and so it's just like taking a pole class,
Okay,
and it's
okay.
like, okay, I want to learn some new shit.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I'm still on this fitness journey that we haven't spoke on.
Right, right.
And so I was like, let me learn something that challenges my upper body.
Okay.
I got into aerial arts. She trained me once with aerial arts. She said, I want to bring you into my circus. And this is from Memphis. So a lot of people don't realize I started in Memphis.
Okay.
I started my fire dancing, aerial arts in
Everything
Memphis.
in Memphis.
I started with a crew that was not of color. They try to keep me quiet, literally. I was one of the original members of that company. And I, for me, I think a lot of us as of color, we battle with that. We battle with people that bring us into things that we may not look like everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll try to, phase us out.
Right,
Or
right.
you were never there.
Okay.
So when I started with this crew, I was really, really excited to start with this crew. Like, I was like, what the hell am I doing?
Wow.
All I remember is the first time we went from aerial silks to fire. And when we did fire, I was like, I got a video I can send you of me doing fire for the first time. Knew nothing of what the fuck I was doing. And I was the last person to go when we were practicing. We used to practice at 616 Marshall Avenue every Monday, Wednesday, no, every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday
Mm.
for free. So everything I've learned as a fire artist, as a circus artist, was free to me.
Wow.
Baddies, white people. So I ain't even mad at them. I'm not
Wow.
upset at them. We'll talk about those things later, though.
Okay.
But on the in the very back of 616 is this amazing graffiti space where they were doing fire dancing, and they were like, BlueFlame, you've done the aerial arts, let's start practicing fire.
Right.
So I'm like, nigga, I don't do no fire.
And you've gotten the aerial arts down packed at
Got
this point.
aerial arts down pat.
Okay.
Silks. I do hammock silks. I do lyra as well as single aerial silks as well. But I've focused so much in fire arts
Okay.
just because it's something I enjoy more than aerial.
Okay.
Not only that, being in the team that I was in, there wasn't a lot of opportunity for me to perform aerial arts. They never wanted a black aerial artist.
Oh.
So when we would do major events, they're like, "You're the black fire dancer. You're the art on it." So, I was
Yeah.
never made to be the soft woman that I know I could be in my aerial arts.
Okay. Okay.
So when I say that, grateful,
Right.
grateful, because one thing I learned about aerial arts is I was able to possess my own props, and props means every little piece of thing, like the ones you saw me
Okay.
performing with earlier. I have fans. I have a crown. I've done that with Curtis Givens. I've done a big birthday party for Curtis Givens, Rick Ross, Jagged Edge, 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
So I had the fire crown on. I'm lighting stogies. It's a vibe when
Yeah,
I do what I
yeah,
do.
yeah.
But at that same time, when I started, I was like, black people don't do this.
Yeah.
Why are y'all putting me in this backyard of 616 to goddamn do some fire dancing? I don't want to do this. I want to get back to the aerial arts. I want to go fly,
Yeah.
But I literally found my ancestors. I
Okay.
found me. I found purpose through fire dancing. And I think that was kind of what set me on my own journey. And I no longer could work with the collective that I worked with because
Okay.
they saw an empowerment. They saw an empowerment that they did not intend to give me.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold right there. They didn't mean for you to
They
get
didn't
that.
mean it.
They just want to teach you and carry on.
And Oreo. They want you to tokenize. They
Okay.
want you to blend in. When I started pushing back during events, then I was like, why is my face, why is fire? That's why if you ever, when you start to go back to what we just did, you see that I lower my fire every time. Because every time I would do a show with them, I would do, I do this move where I go against my face. They would make sure that they take the picture right there where my face is hidden.
That's
So
cool.
I was on the website, keep in mind, going through the website of my team that I work with, only black fire performer on this team. When we do events, I go to the bathroom, guess what happens? They take pictures of the event that they just finished. I watch the photographers. I just finished doing, I'm going to give y'all some real I just finished doing the Full Moon Festival at Memphis Made Brewery. It was if I was never there. Every photographer and videographer that took pictures of me did not tag me, did not send me my footage. Thank God I have my beautiful daughter that makes sure I have everything that I need. But there were people there that saw me and was like, we don't see you anywhere on any of the footage of the grind. It's called the Grind City. I ain't gonna give y'all the rest. But Grind City knows who I am, but you have people that are trying to X me out just because they see my power. Just because, and it's not an intentional power. It's not anything where I'm trying to take over.
Right,
It's just
right.
who I am. And I'm learning this energy of I they're gonna keep doing that to you.
Yeah.
These are the platforms where we speak on those things. Because I had someone send me something. Shout out to Alicia Wright Designs. I've gotta send her a shout out because
Yeah.
my homegirl, she sent me a text. She was like, I was there.
Right.
She was like, you were the magic. And we don't see you on any of these platforms now that they've resurfaced all of the
So
content.
all the promo,
We
they
don't
didn't put
see
you in
you
none of
on
it.
none of that. A little,
Like a
maybe,
little back in the
maybe.
cut.
And these they sent it to me because they wanted me to post it. And see, one thing you have to learn about the algorithm: be careful about posting shit people don't post to. Don't be the only one. Like when me and J1 finished this,
Yeah.
me and him gonna post it. But if
Right.
J1 the only one posting and I'm not,
It don't add
or
up. The
it sums
algorithm. Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I do these vibes and I see these vibes and I'm tell you what I do. I retrieve what I need to retrieve and I just don't tag the motherfucking photographer or videographer that sent it to me.
I
Because
heard
you want
that.
to play games.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what
And
you
you
thought
got
you was
your
gonna
own
do is you was gonna
footage.
DM me the footage and thought that I was gonna tag you in the footage because
Right.
just cause you sent it to me.
Okay. But he. Oh yeah. But he didn't tag
But
you.
you didn't tag me in it or invite me to the collaborate. But you did that
Right.
to all. You should have saw once that event finished. I saw all the Wi-Fi dancers that were in it, and I'm not putting no
I'm with you.
color on
No, I'm
this.
with you. I'm with you.
I just want people to
Look,
realize
you right when you
we are
right.
treated invisibly,
Yeah.
and when we are great.
That's tough. That's a tough situation because I'm sure that the skills add up.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? You got the same skills or better, I'm sure.
mm.
So it's not like the skills don't add up. So why would you hide? Why would they hide you? That's a tough one.
You say all the right things.
Yeah, that's tough.
You know, like you say, and it's like being a pioneer in a space. And I say, well, we had a formal conversation about us as people of color in Memphis, and we think white is right. I'm sorry to tell you that I respect every color,
Yeah,
every space, every being, but we gotta recycle our dollars.
yeah,
We have to recycle our dollars in a space where people are. I want you to realize they're culture vultures.
Yeah.
Just like we talked about code switching.
Yeah.
White folks know how to do this shit too.
Oh yeah.
They know how to talk real motherfucking Memphis,
Yeah,
real
yeah,
motherfucking
yeah.
quick,
They
and
get to holler
goddamn, and then all of
friend.
a sudden they're Holly.
Yeah. Yeah. They do that.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
just walked in a restaurant last night and a white lady did that with me. Talking about friend.
So
Friend, who you
we're
think
not
is
the only
that?
one code switching out here, and it's a little different when we're code switching because we're trying to get this money, we're trying to get this game,
Yeah.
we're trying to let people know we're not just from the hood, we
Right, we can
from
fit
Memphis,
in,
not
yeah.
of Memphis. But for a person to use our
To
dialect,
manipulate.
huh?
Yeah, to manipulate.
Which is what white fire dancers do. They do all these rappers videos. I've seen so many videos that y'all have booked these girls on. Yeah, they dancers. Yeah, they strippers. I know most of them strippers. And you know what they mad about?
Yeah.
Most of the fire dancers here from Memphis are mad because I've never been a stripper.
Yeah. So they keep you at, they X you out on the professional
but
side.
what they don't realize, I fuck with strippers.
Yeah.
I'm a Jocelyn Hernandez type bitch. I will put a bitch on. So you can't sit here and make me feel no way because I've managed girls like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
never
yeah.
had to be that girl
Right.
because I'm a talent seeker.
Right. So you
before
see
I was
where the talent at.
BlueFlame, I was a talent seeker.
Yeah.
You
So
know what
you
I'm
go
saying?
running
I
down.
already knew who could climb the top of the pole.
Yeah.
Shout out to my homegirl Black Russia back in the day. I had some girls where I knew that talent.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
the hard work that they were putting in.
Yeah.
So I don't got no disrespect to no motherfucking stripper. I wish.
I heard that.
I wish. But in that same sense, that's not what I do.
Right.
And that is not I'm not going to allow somebody to not allow me to be who the fuck I am as a sensual being just because I ain't never been a stripper.
Right.
I'm a burlesque performer, so what's the difference?
Yeah, it's under the same umbrella, we'll say.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe one just has a little more respect because of the name
Is
a
it?
little bit more.
Because then we can go into the world of shake dancers and how shake dancers as black women became strippers.
Uh-huh.
That's how the stripper became the stripper. Black women were first burlesque performers. You have Josephine Baker.
Yeah.
You have LaWanda Page, which is one of my top inspirations.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know which LaWanda Page is Esther.
Yeah.
Sucker.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Sanford.
Yeah.
So people didn't realize LaWanda Page was a whole burlesque performer. She was a shake dancer.
Yeah.
She was one of them girls. She had her little skirts on, and she was a fire dancer.
Really? I didn't know
LaWanda
that.
Page. Esther's name is LaWanda Page.
Okay.
Look that shit up because we started calling her Esther.
Esther from that. Yeah, that's how we do. We gonna stick it to them now. They gonna be like Mike Ellis' Day to a lot of motherfuckers.
We
You know
give
what
people
I'm saying?
names.
Yeah.
Maya Angelou was a shake dancer.
Yeah.
Maya Angelou moved to music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Josephine Baker, they moved to music. Eartha Kitt, they moved to music.
Yeah.
Before they were the it girls that we see, they were dancers and sensual vibes and musicals, minstrel shows.
Yeah.
All those things were how they got their big breaks.
Okay. Ain't that something? You teaching me something. You teaching me
I ain't,
something.
babe.
Now. Check it out. Let's do this. Let's step back. I know you said you were from Whitehaven, right? Let's go back a little bit to your upbringing. Like, did you have siblings?
Mm-hmm.
Household, was it mother and father?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you how many siblings did you have
Got 3. Well.
in the house?
I love
also talking about in the house. Don't get to telling your daddy business. No, I'm telling
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, but in the house with you, you make sure you on that too. You ain't got to get in it, but just make sure it's picking you up.
I got you.
You can relax though. I don't want
got
y'all
you.
sitting
No,
there.
we better talk into this
just chill, yeah. What I want to know is siblings in the household. Mm-hmm. How many were there, and where did you fall as far as the age group?
I'm the middle baby.
You're
I'm
the
the
middle
hustler.
baby, and it's what
It's three of us.
three of y'all,
hmm
and that's girls, boys, boy, girl,
My sister and my brother. Shout out
brother,
to my sister Tootie, Anthriette, and my brother Chris.
and brother is younger or older than
Younger.
you. He's the younger, so
That's my
he's the
baby.
baby. You're the middle, and big sister.
hmm
What type of big sister were you to your brother?
Ooh, I was the protector, but I used to always, we always have this joke. I used to always eat my brother's McDonald's sandwich. It was
You was a
that
Debo.
was the
You was the
Devo of
Debo
the
and the
food. Look,
protector.
it was like this. So my brother never would finish. We were just these kids, and so my mom would be like, "You gotta finish your food." So my brother would never finish it. So I'd be like, "I want to eat this,"
So
and
you
then
eat it for him.
my brother be hungry at the end of the thing, and then my mom would be like, "Where did his burger go?" So I was this, protector of my brother, but also this. I don't even know what I was, the hamburglar.
But if he don't eat it, he get in trouble.
Man, he get in trouble because he
Okay,
didn't eat it.
I eat it
So
for
I
you.
be
Get
like,
here, get here.
let it eat.
Yeah.
But pretty much overall, I've always been the eccentric kid. I've always been the one that's doing a lot of stuff. I'm always
Uh-huh.
moving. I'm always grooving.
Would you consider yourself the black sheep, where people would say the
No.
middle child would be the black sheep?
Um. Okay. Let me be real. Before I built the relationship that I built with my mom, yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
I'm saying as a child. Now we
But
still
as a
talking about as a
child,
child. Were you the bad kid? Were you the
never
caused
the
the most
bad kid.
problems?
Did I cause the most problems?
And I
No,
mean in a
no.
child's
I
perspective.
love
I
how
don't
you
mean
put it because
yeah,
I gotta put my sister in there too.
yeah.
Because my sister, she was a wild child. She was crunk.
Okay,
You
so
know what I'm
if she
saying?
was
So
crunk,
I'm
then you
like
probably was
this.
a little chill. Okay, okay.
I was the kid that took the whoopings, and my sister was the kid that would run outside and not get the whoopings. So my mom, my mom used to hate her. She used to be so mad at her, like, "Girl, come back in this house."
She go.
Me, I was like that one that's like,
I'm gonna go and stay right here. Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm
She's
saying?
like, you gotta catch me if you can.
So my mom knew I was always the soldier
Okay,
of my family. I
okay.
always had the questions. My mom told me I should have been a lawyer when I, started to really transition into business and life. She was like, "You used to ask so many questions.
Right,
You
right.
really should have just been a lawyer."
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that because the relationship I have with my mom now, she understands why I ask so many questions and why I was so intuitive and inquisitive.
Okay.
She gets me now, and if
Yeah.
if that feels so good, I mean, I don't know any person that doesn't want to have that relate. It's almost like having a relationship with God.
Yeah.
For me, having a
Cause she
relationship
brought you
with
into the
God,
world.
and my mama can't be down with what I'm doing. I don't
Yeah.
care what I'm doing. I want to do it.
Yeah.
And I gotta be open enough with her to tell her what I'm doing because my mama gonna find out anyway. She a
Right.
OG. She a
She
South
always
Memphis OG, so she
yeah,
got
yeah,
her
yeah.
ear beat to the street.
Into the streets. She gonna hear about it.
My God.
Okay, so tell me this: where did you graduate high school from?
So I graduated out east. I graduated from Kirby.
Okay,
I was a honors kid, but I also moved out east, transitioning with my mom getting married.
okay.
I did all elementary schools
In
in
Whitehaven.
Whitehaven,
Okay.
Graceland, First Garden View. Shout out to Doctors and Mothers.
Uh-huh.
That glass paddle.
Yeah.
Graceland. Then I was supposed to go to Hillcrest
Hmm.
and ended up at Ridgeway. So
Okay.
went from Ridgeway to Wooddale,
Okay.
which was the journey of the Memphis kid. A lot of people don't understand the smart Memphis kid that was honors or AP.
Okay.
You can take a journey. Like you might not be in your neighborhood going to school
Okay.
because
Okay.
my mom wanted me to advance in some ways that I couldn't at the
At
schools
the
that were
school you were. Okay.
in my
And
neighborhood.
Woodell was like
It was aviation honors, which
yeah.
is where I got my aviation honors.
My daughter took aviation too. Yeah.
Which is how I ended up in the Air Force.
Okay.
So those are those big stories of how these little small things ended up being major things before I even became Blue Flame. You know,
Okay.
I was an Air Force veteran, served 8 years.
Okay.
I had a amazing career working on the flight line with F-15 aircraft. So I worked outdoors with fighter jets
Okay.
every day.
Okay. Let's. I'm glad you spoke on that. Let's get into the segment I like to call "Impact by Decade,"
Mm,
and what that is basically you share an impactful moment
mm,
that molded you into the woman you are today, but we do it by decade.
mm,
So we're gonna start with 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30,
mm.
and you only 32,
Cheese.
right?
Yep. Hear me. Mm, mm.
Look, look here, look. We
I
gonna
can't
get
stand
into
you.
it. Yeah, look, we
We
gonna get
looking.
into it. I'm telling you,
Mm,
we gonna take it back to little Aisha,
mm,
1 to 10.
mm.
Your little big sister. We gonna tap into that, and and
I love
mind
that.
you, keep in mind this moment does not have to be um, too big or too small.
Mm,
It can be a scolding moment. It can be
mm,
an experience. It can be something happened. It can be a tragedy. Anything that comes to mind in that decade that really help you be you. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Like you like, oh, if that wouldn't have happened, I don't know what I would be.
That means a lot.
Okay.
Oh,
So he's taking it back. One to
okay.
10. Little baby girl. Little 1 to 10.
Mm,
Ain't doing too much. Probably got some
mm.
twigs on your hair. All that. You
Child.
know what I'm saying? Let's go there.
I was the middle child. 1 to 10.
Yeah, just an
I was
impactful moment in
always,
there.
I was always the last kid that woke up.
Okay.
So I don't know if you remember you remember those drying blankets that we used to have that was red, that our parents used to have. They were red knitted um, laundry bags back in the days. This is some old shit. Y'all, if y'all know them red laundry bags, you know what I'm talking about. These are some like old school vibes. I would wake up. My sister would wake me up.
Uh-huh.
I would go get in the closet, put the red laundry bags over me, and go back to sleep. And was supposed to be up for school dress. I was always the last kid
For real.
to get up and be ready for school. Me
You
and my mom was,
tied them up.
I ain't tired. I don't even know what I was doing. But I say that because I'm now the person that's always on time.
Really?
You know, yeah. Yeah. Like,
So would you say that that was you just like to sleep? Were you tired? Did
that's
you
a good
stay up
question.
late?
That's a good
Or
question. I
you
think it was
just
all.
chose sleep over everything?
I think it was
Like,
all the above, and I think I chose. I didn't. So I know. I'm gonna be real. I didn't want to go to school.
okay.
I didn't want to go to school. And not to say that I didn't want to go to school because I didn't like school. I think I was just a mama's girl.
Oh, you want to be
I
under your
wanted to
mom.
be at home with my mama. You
Really?
know, yeah. Like it was so real. Me and my sister are 2 years apart. So all of me and my siblings were both 2 years apart. My
Okay.
brother is 2 years apart. And my
Okay.
sister's 2 years
Okay.
apart.
Okay.
So
That's how
me,
my kids were in the
you
house.
feel me? So they went to high school together.
Yeah,
They went
yeah,
to
yeah.
school.
They always one
They
always on the way.
together.
They always on somebody always coming behind.
Yeah, and they close. They might go to school together.
Yeah.
So my sister and I went to school together. Throughout school, elementary, middle school,
Right.
high school, and I used to always appreciate my sister. She would bring home tissue, like she would bring a tissue paper from home. She'd be like, "This is mama." She would see me in the hall, and she'd be like, "That's mama," because I used to hate to leave my mom.
Hold up.
She
Hold
would
up.
she would bring
Tissue
home
from the
home,
house.
and she'd be like, "This tissue from the home." It
And
was
what in
easy.
the
It was
world?
the sweetest thing.
That is so sweet, though. I must say that
My
is sweet.
sister, like I give honor to my sister for like the
That's some
sweetness.
real big sister stuff
My
right
my sister is still one of them sisters that when you go over her house, she got leftovers in a plastic bag for you.
there. For real.
Get you a plate. Let me get you a Kroger bag. Like My sister is the person that keeps every
Damn.
holiday themed. You
Yeah.
know, so
So
I'm
so 1 to 10,
1 to 10
you
with me
wanted to be
cutting up.
home
I
with
don't
mama.
want to be home with my mom.
And now tell me this: did it ever work? Did she ever say she can stay? Cause you
Hell
so sleepy.
no. Unless I was sick. And because I used to pull these little sick, we always pull
Yeah,
little
yeah,
sick.
yeah.
I'm sick. But my mom was those moms that if you called in, if you came, if she had to come pick you up from school, you had to be sick.
Yeah, you
So
better be
even
sick.
if you weren't really sick, ain't no TV
Ain't
being
none of that.
watched.
Yeah, you go
Ain't
get
you're
go
eating
cover, go
soup.
lay that. Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna
All
lay
that.
down. So my siblings at school.
So
So
you
I'm
ain't
like, damn, I think
done messed the game
I
up. Now you
I
missed the whole
learned.
day.
I started
All
learning.
kind of action at school. You done missed
I
it
ain't even
all.
really sick. I just really wanted to be with mama, but mama mad at me because she had to take off
Yeah,
work.
she ain't
Come
studying.
get me. But we're as kids, we're not
You ain't
realizing
thinking
those
about
things.
it,
You just
but
want to be with your mom.
that's beautiful though.
Yeah.
So 1 to 10, you tried to stay. You pretty much played tired to stay home with your mama.
I
You was a
guess.
real mama's baby.
I'm a mom. I still am. I
Ain't
still
that
am.
something?
My mom is like my confirmer.
Okay.
Outside of God, whatever I'm doing with fire dancing
You want to
to
confirm it
burlesque,
through her.
if it's okay with her, it's okay.
That's beautiful. That's
Yep.
beautiful.
Modeling, everything. If it's okay with her,
That's
it's okay.
beautiful. That's beautiful right
Thank
there. Okay, so moving on to that 10 to 20.
you.
Now you go through a lot of milestones during that window, so think
Wow.
really dig deep and think about it.
Mm.
Sure, impactful moment in that time that's with you right now that you still walking.
I respect that. 10 to 20. Um, I could say from 10 to 15, I went through a hard walk.
Mm,
I went through a walk of mental abuse. I went through a hard walk of some physical and sexual abuse
wow.
um, with people that I actually knew,
Okay.
energies that were very close to me. So my 10 to 15 was really tough um, because I was learning boundaries. I was learning how to share with my violators that I was not, I'm not okay with this, and so this is counselors. Me
Yeah.
going to school a little upset and a little irate, and counselors trying to figure out what's going on and
Yeah.
sharing information. So, which is kind of how I got into the service because um, my, I'd say my 10 to 13 um, was my middle school time. I was probably in between Graceland and Ridgeway. Um, that was like if you can hear that big jump from Whitehaven to East
East
Memphis
Memphis, yeah.
was a really tough jump as well, being
And
from the
because they said
hood.
it wasn't the same out here back
Man,
then. Now they almost the same,
they the
but
same now 'cause you know what's up.
yeah.
But living in the Haven, and the only thing that you can really relate to in Ridgeway is the Tall Trees kids.
Okay.
Back then because they from the mound, you from the Haven, you just
Okay.
can relate
Okay.
to that energy. Everybody else in between was from
Out this way.
that area,
Okay.
So I call it kind of privileged kids, especially back then. These
Right.
were
Right.
mostly
Right.
white kids.
Right.
So, during that time, man, I was finding myself. I was a Puma girl. I used to wear Pumas all the goddamn time and
Yeah.
skater girl shit. And I was, at that time, a cheerleader. I was a cheerleader for Wooddale middle school. I was a track runner, ran
Okay.
track for a long time. Did the 1600, 3200. So I was a relay girl,
Okay.
which is where them calf muscles come from. A lot of people be saying,
See them calves.
they be like, calf, and my mama, and they come from my mama too.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Mama used to run something
My
too.
mama used to run as well.
Okay.
And a dancer.
Okay. Okay.
Westwood.
So you got it honest.
Got it
Westwood.
honest. Westwood.
Okay. I done
Mama
heard a
ran
lot
Westwood.
about old Westwood now.
Yeah. She was a tough girl. And so I don't know. It was tough because I wanted to go to the White Havens. I wanted to go
You
to the
want to stay in your
Hillcrest.
element.
I was a jamboree girl. I was
Okay.
a majorette girl. I was
Okay.
spending that. I feel like that's why now I do fire
Really?
because that assignment on me was like, I want a pop shake. I want to like
Yeah.
bring that element. And my mom was just not one of those moms. She was a very Christian mom. She,
Okay.
had an upbringing of ain't no pop shaking in this house,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. We ain't finna
she
pop
was,
nothing.
yeah, we ain't popping nothing.
Ain't
But the
that-
belt,
yeah, I might
the
pop you.
belt is on
I'm the
now.
only one do the popping in this
Wash these
motherfucker.
walls on a Saturday. I need you,
Right, right, right. That
So
type of way.
I'm really grateful though because it taught me to be the demure sensual being that I am, the private sensual being that I am,
Yeah.
versus being all wide out with
Wide
it
up.
and
Yeah.
tacky.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
teach
yeah.
women it's okay to be sensual, but don't be tacky with it.
Right,
It's
right.
so
I like that.
and I think I'm really grateful for my mom showing me that part of sensuality because my mom's always to me just been this she I call her Felicia Rashad. She'll give you this look because my
Yeah,
mom
she
to
got
me
that
was just like
energy.
Felicia Rashad. People call me alone. I call my mama Felicia Rashad,
Yeah.
and I'm like she'll give you this eye or this look, and I'm like, all right, girl,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I'm in it. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I
she
see
already
you.
you already know what's going on.
Tough.
Yeah.
But I literally get a lot of my power and representative strength from my mom. So I'm just grateful she taught me this demure and this demeanor and this
Yeah.
vibe of staying within light no matter how much of a sensual being you are.
No
Don't
doubt.
let that lead. Don't be the Delilah.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Don't
yeah.
lead them in the darkness.
Yeah.
Lead them in the light.
Lead him to the light.
You know?
So with your 10 to 15 being more of a mental journey,
Mm-hmm.
and you said also physical and sexual. How did that take you into your latter teens? Were you able to grasp hold of it,
Mm,
or were you still dwelling in that as you got older?
yeah.
Because I heard you say you took control and no
Mm-hmm.
more. You said that, but were you able to overcome the mental aspect of it
Mm-hmm.
as you matured into your latter
Mm.
years?
Respect. I'm still on that journey.
Okay.
I don't think anyone that has been through anything traumatic is never on that journey.
Hmm.
If you aren't, if you've already accomplished it, show me something.
Yeah.
But every day is a journey.
Hmm.
Um, I know that anything that has happened to me is not my fault.
Hmm.
I didn't have to forgive myself because I didn't do anything. When you right,
Right.
you have to forgive yourself. People, you have to forgive yourself.
Yeah,
You
you
don't have
didn't
to
do
forgive
it.
yourself for something that you didn't partake in.
Yeah.
Something that happened to you is on the person that did it.
Did
It
it.
doesn't have
Yeah,
anything to do with you.
for sure.
I'm also a military sexual trauma survivor, so I've also been violated in the military.
Wow.
I'm in full uniform. I can be in this whole full outfit and motherfucker see my vibe and
Yeah.
thinks that he's privy to it. So I try to share with women that it is not your fault nor responsibility to clothe yourself in a way for people to respect you. That's on you. That's how you
Yeah.
carry yourself. You can be in the scantiest clad of things and
Yeah.
still carry yourself in a way that allows people to respect you. You can be
Right.
in the most covered things and still be
Disrespected.
disrespectful and not
Yeah.
of class. So it's not this facade of clothing.
Yeah.
No one has. You can walk down the street butt ass naked and no one has the right to touch
Hmm.
you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you say welcome. So
Hmm.
in my space, that was really where my healing came in,
Okay.
and where it's coming in, and why I enjoy working in the sensual realm of fire dancing,
Yes.
as well. And I'm not apologetic about it. I'm grateful to be able to do a run through of a fire show from in front of my mama, and
Yeah.
she'll record it,
Yeah.
and she'll be like, "Okay, so I need you to fix this,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
need you
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do
Yeah. Yeah.
that." And so, for
He
me,
still sees the elegance of it. Yeah.
that's my audience. If I can challenge first God, the Almighty, the Most High, that gives me the ideas to do this,
Yeah.
and then be able to display it in front of my family.
Yes.
Why am I going to be ashamed or embarrassed to say what it is I am, excuse me, and who I and what I do? And
Yes.
so this is giving me that power to push through my what I was at from 10 to 15 as
Yes.
to what I am now, because I was very vulnerable,
Yeah.
very I'm not gonna I would say ashamed,
Really.
embarrassed of the things that I dealt with, because as kids we don't expect people to prey upon us.
Right.
You know, nobody expects you to prey upon them. And I always tell people this in training: you don't know what a person will do when you get them alone.
Right.
So I tell my daughter this all the time: don't get in nobody's car by yourself,
Right.
because they
Yeah.
as soon as they get in the car,
Right.
shit can change.
She could change.
So I just like people to be aware of the fact, of human discernment,
Yes.
understanding discernment, understanding who's for you, who's not, even when you think they are,
Yeah.
just
Be careful.
and boundaries.
Yeah.
Telling people when you don't like shit. Tell people
Yeah.
when you do not like shit. Tell people when you do.
Exactly.
Because that's where my sensual energy comes from. Tell me when you like me. Tell me
Yeah.
when you loved what I did. It gives that fuel, but also tell me when you didn't like something.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
You
consent.
yes. Yes. Agree. Both in agreement.
I'm like,
Okay, so we still in the 10 to 20, but
mm-hmm,
we're merging away from that 10 to 15 window.
mm-hmm,
Is there anything else that happened or experience that came about during that journey? Because now
mm,
you about to graduate high school,
yeah,
you're coming into adulthood. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you did you go to college.
I did, I
So
did,
you talking about
yeah,
college. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of milestones that's still happening.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So was it anything during that time that really impacted you after 15, I should say,
Man,
by 20?
man, by 15, by 20, I could say in my years of 16, I started competing in pageants.
Okay.
So shout out to the Miss Black Memphis pageant here in Memphis. That's how I got my start in modeling.
Okay.
Um,
I got a quick question
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
With the pageant thing at 16, um, was that you realizing that you were beautiful? Was that
Mm,
realizing that you took control?
mm,
What was that turning point? Because you were dealing with what you were dealing with prior
yeah.
to that. What
Still,
what triggered that?
I was still dealing with it
Still
in the
exactly.
home, so it was my way to get out. It
Okay,
was
this is
my
your
way to
exit.
escape.
This your
It was my
escape.
way to like be busy. It was my way to stay away. It was my way,
Okay.
because
I
I
got something going on.
yeah
I'm
I
not dealing
I
with that.
like,
Okay.
so all you had time to do is go home, go to sleep,
Go back at it again.
go back at it again.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I found solace in pageantry. I found my boss in pageantry.
Okay.
I found my leadership skills in pageantry, and I just have to give a shout out to Big Mike, Pressure World, Lamar Avenue. Y'all know who I'm
Okay.
talking about. May he rest in peace. May he rest in heaven.
Yeah.
Um, Big Mike was one of those pivotal moments
And
in
keep.
my 15 and between 15 and 20.
Okay.
That was, like everybody know Pressure World,
Yeah.
and I remember being a pageant girl going up and down Lamar. Y'all, I needed advertisements.
Mm.
I'm from the hood, so all I know is Lamar. Now, keep in mind what Lamar is.
Yeah. Keep in mind what Lamar
You
is.
know what I'm saying? I go in with my little high skirt, but I had my paperwork. Shout out to Muhammad Ziad that ran that pageant at the time.
Okay.
And I go in this girl that knows the hood, but also, I'm saying, I'm trying to better myself. So I go to the hooded spot in the motherfucking place. Goddamn Pressure World.
They lit up there.
Lit. Daytime. Everybody kicking it.
Everybody
You know what I'm
getting their
saying?
car
We
wash.
just go stand like that. Everybody getting their car wash.
Yeah.
You know? And so I go in there and all I can remember is all these brothers putting their money together to make sure I had the advertisement. And if I come back, if you need some more.
Okay.
You know? So people think, you know, we just got done talking about, you know, outfits and clothes and, you know, how you could be in a business suit and be ugly. You can be in a hot girl outfit and be beautiful and people still respect you. And there was something about the demeanor that I brought in there that they were like, this ain't that.
Right.
What you need?
Yeah.
So there was one thing I loved about the Orange Mound community was that they knew how to come together real fast.
Yeah.
You know, like I would go to different communities. I'm from the Haven, love the Haven. But you go to Haven and they like, okay, you know. But Orange Mound,
yeah,
they banded together for me. You
really?
know what I'm saying? Man. So I am now an honorary family member of Pressure World.
Okay.
You know, I could never go to the other parties. But I would literally love to be there. Like, I remember going to college, and we're going to talk about these because Pressure World was pivotal in me going to school. I used to go to school and do my homework. I used to go to Pressure World and take all my homework. I was in engineering school at Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finna give you a big jump. So we went from Pressure World sponsoring me in advertisements for my junior pageants to them sponsoring me in my adult pageants because I started to go for a first runner up for Miss Black Memphis. At first, I was teen.
Okay.
I won first runner up 97 for Miss Teen.
Okay.
I won 99 first runner up for Miss Black Memphis again. So that's why it was time for me to go because I won first runner up both times.
Okay.
So I was like, you're not winning.
Okay.
So make a move.
And this is all black. So what do you feel was the did you look back on this see why you think you didn't win, or
Definitely.
was it favoritism? Was it or do you pay homage and say she was just the winner?
She was amazing.
Okay.
I'm a fair winner, a fair loser.
Okay, I like that.
I'm a competitor,
yes.
but I know when I could have done better.
Okay.
You know
Ain't
what I'm
nothing
saying?
wrong with that.
And at that time, I was a singer. Now, y'all, had I been a fire dancer, I would have probably
You probably would have did that.
But I want people to know that, too. I didn't come up wanting to be a fire dancer. I knew nothing about fire dancing until 2019.
So you're singing in the competition part. And she's doing?
She was a poet.
Okay.
She was either a poet or she did something physical, like dance or something.
Okay.
But she was so much more groomed than me.
Okay.
You know, almost debutante, you know,
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah.
And I just wasn't a debutante girl. I'm from the hood. I'm from the
hood.
I didn't get that.
I'm with you know. But so technically, and this is just from my perspective, whenever you take the hood in consideration, and you just started this at 16, technically you won. You know what I'm saying? Technically, and I'm saying this from.
I love how you put that.
Yeah, from the perspective of, like you said, you said this. I don't know her, and I don't know. I have no clue who she is, but you said she was more groomed.
Way more.
So she probably had more training. She had more time to prepare. As to where you just jumped in and got sponsored by Pressure World. And you got first runner up.
I love it.
I'm just saying, think about it.
I love how J1 thinks because but you also think like
I'm just
I
putting
think
it in perspective, like.
But I try to it's this humbling.
Yes,
of
no.
myself that's like,
yes. And I wouldn't say you say it,
see,
but I'm saying
and that's
it.
what I appreciate.
Yeah.
You know, because it's almost like you didn't win, though. So we just
said,
what we say off camera, if you ain't first,
you're last. God damn it. So,
you know?
I feel that, but
I
I
appreciate
take
that.
all of that into
Wow,
consideration
I
and
appreciate that.
and being I feel like I'm one of those. I come from a challenging background.
Mm-hmm.
I come from a little small town in Illinois.
Mm,
And I remember saying, I want to be famous.
mm,
And to a certain extent, I am now. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So it's like, that right there is like, I didn't have
Wow.
all the means to be,
But I'm
but
here.
look where I am. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? In that sense. And I'm talking about honor to the Most High now.
All praises to the
But
Most High. You know the dirt. You know
yeah,
the
and I know the
blood, sweat,
work.
and tears.
Yeah, I know the dirt
Yeah,
and I know the work.
yeah. We
So
know
it's
the blood,
like
sweat, and
you're
tears.
required to put some time in, but some of it is just blessed natural ability.
I can
And when
put
you
you in the
got
rooms.
that, you like,
I can put you in the rooms all day.
yeah,
But it's almost like David and the lions then. I can put you in the room all day, but what's going to happen with your spirit and your power? I can
yes,
put you in the room,
right.
but what
You
are
gotta
you
know what
going
to
to do?
do. Yeah, you gotta know what to
You know what I'm
do.
saying? Because now it was just me putting you in the room.
Yeah.
Now,
So
yo, it's time for you to
you
do
got
the
to get to
work.
work. Yeah. So I take that, and I take that from the same aspect of what you were saying when we were speaking off camera about um, being paid what you're worth in the industry that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
That made me think about. I went to Minnesota and started scalp micropigmentation. I started doing that.
Oh,
I want to add that to my repertoire as a barber, and this is in a nutshell scalp tattoo.
I love it though.
But you mimic the hair follicle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't mimic the hair follicle, it'll look like a polka dot head. So you don't want that. So what I did, I went and learned the true skill, and I tried to bring that to Memphis. And when it costs,
Mm-hmm.
so a
It's a
nigga,
luxury.
it's a
It's a
luxury and
luxury.
it's a lifetime. Once you get it, you don't have to worry about your
Mm.
hairline no more.
Mm.
And a nigga will go pay $250 for a wig before he comes spend this bread
Mm.
because this bread is permanent though.
Right.
When you spend this, you don't got to come back no more.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through that frustration where I was like, "Mugs just don't want to spend no money."
Or is it that they don't have the money to spend?
That's true,
Because now,
and that's
now,
half. That's a lot of
and
it
I'm
too.
and because a lot of times, you know, employing people,
Yes.
sharing with people the sacrifices of what it takes to do what you do,
Yeah.
how much it costs to get
This class.
this class
Yeah.
that you're doing or
And the
this
service
service
once it's
that you're
done.
having.
Yeah.
You now understand why it costs this much. It's just like these girls
Yeah.
with the K tips and all this new stuff they doing with this hair. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
$6,000.
Yes.
Now it's crazy because brothers now when they call you to say my hair costs $6,000, it really does.
Yeah. It
You
really
know,
does.
and when a brother says, "Baby, my hair costs 500," it really does.
Yeah.
You
It
know what I'm
costs that.
saying? And it's a luxury service,
Yes.
which is what I provide. I provide a luxury service.
And that's why I felt you when you said it because I remember putting this promo behind it after going and paying for school, paying thousands of dollars for school, putting a promo behind it, putting it out there. And soon as I do a consultation, I say the price, they run.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Because you had the wrong clientele.
what you expect?
It was the wrong clientele.
Wrong clientele. You said
And
it. That's
judges, lawyers,
yeah, you said it. You said it. I need a rich nigga that's
politicians.
insecure about his hairline.
I need
Holla at me.
motherfuckers that don't question my price.
Yeah.
And when because what that girl say, the price is the
Prize.
price.
Man, look.
I'm gonna tell you one thing I've learned about being a melanated person. Stop going in groups of people that do not honor your price.
Yeah.
If a person says they can go a little pooky and go get it it's just like me. Don't get me started. I ain't gonna even.
Yeah, yeah,
But if a
I'm
person
with
can
you
go
though.
to Lil Pookie and get it, let them go to Lil
Let
Pookie.
Pookie do it.
Lil Pookie probably to water down his product.
Yeah,
Lil Pookie ain't professional, so he's showing up late.
yeah. Lil
Lil
Pookie.
Pookie
Yeah,
ain't even got a good review. Lil
yeah.
Pookie ain't even got his goddamn LLC
So
problem.
go on get Lil Pookie.
You go get Lil Pookie.
Yeah,
He
Lil
ain't
Pookie.
insured.
That's what your money can buy.
Because
Yeah,
we don't understand it's not it's about the quality,
yeah.
not the quantity of people you can have do a service. It's about
Yes,
the quality of the service. That's
yes.
why I keep saying you can book as many white fire dancers as you want, but until you book Blue Flame, you will not have experienced a true fire dance the way a person needs to experience it, especially as a person of culture that may travel, that may go to
Yes.
Jamaica, that may go to Hawaii, that may go to
It looks
Africa.
totally different.
It feels and it looks totally different. So you're not booking me to come. I'm not. I had a person ask me that. He was like, "Why are you mad about the Wi-Fi?" I said, "I'm not mad."
Yeah,
I said,
and
"When I
I want to say that too. I don't want them to think that because I understand exactly what you're saying,
I'm not mad."
but I want the people to understand the perspective. It's more so. For one, I'll say Memphis is a black city. Period. You can't. I don't care how you turn it. You can flip it any side you flip it. You're gonna see black, right?
Melanated.
So by Memphis being a melanated city, I feel like it's only right.
But
So I understand what you're saying, but I don't want the viewers to get it misconstrued
we
that you're
don't.
being racist behind
Mm-mm.
it. But
I
you
grew up.
understand you're the one and only.
I grew up with every race.
Yeah, but you're
Um,
the one and
I'm
only
one and
in the
only
city.
melanated person ever in life that I know of,
Yes.
in life of Memphis, in the
Yeah.
city that has done what I do.
So that's enough said.
So,
Yeah.
but I, I say this all the time, J1. If I was a black guy,
Hmm.
this I would be booked all over the city.
Yeah.
But because I'm a black woman,
Yeah.
it's this
But
also a
I'm gonna
different
give you
energy.
something though. I'm gonna give you something. We're gonna start today. Stop claiming it.
I can't claim it.
Yeah.
It's
No, no,
just
no.
it's simply
Oh, I'll say
observation.
this. Stop acknowledging that. And
I
I'm gonna
receive
tell
that.
you why. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I just said this to a young lady. Um, I was out, and she said, "It's so many haters in here." And I said, "I don't see
Man,
nan one
I'll
of
do
them."
that. I don't see.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's the same.
Mm.
You have to do the same thing. She basically telling me that it's some niggas hating on me
Mm. Mm.
from I guess
But
across
don't
the
we all
room.
know that?
She said it's so many niggas it's so many haters in here,
But
and I
don't we all
said
know that?
I don't even see them.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
light
the
when your light is that
mentality.
bright. But and I receive that because
Yeah.
my light is that bright that I know the capabilities. Sometimes though, I have to take these platforms
Definitely. No,
to
I'm with you.
give
I'm with
to
you. I'm with you.
share that space
To
because
bring the awareness of
we're
it.
not recycling our black dollar.
Yeah,
We are
I'm with
in an
you. I'm with you.
economy where our black dollar matters.
But it's recycled. It's
It,
just recycled in aspects that we don't appreciate.
not only that, again, in certain events and spaces, you have culture vultures. You have
Yeah.
people that will come in, take money, take it back
And
out.
run on. Yeah.
All I'm saying is,
Keep it in
so
the house.
the very spots that you saw me at,
Yeah.
I patronize.
Yes.
I take my black dollar as
Yes,
Blue
yes,
Flame
yes.
and go and spend money at these places.
Yes.
But you won't book me.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They never see the white fire dancers that they book. Don't come on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Don't come on Thursdays and
That's
Fridays
tough.
and Saturdays
That's
and
tough.
come and
Yeah.
spend the same money back. They take their money back.
You get
So
away from around you.
they out.
Yeah, we
Culture
holla at you.
vulture.
I'm with you. I'm with
So
you.
I'm just trying to
You
give
bringing the awareness.
awareness.
Yes.
I'm not mad at who you book, how you book them,
Yeah.
when you book them, what color they are that you book. Just be aware
So,
of how those people patronize you once they're done taking your money.
yes, yes. Now I'm gonna tell you something that I realized too. I think that accessibility brings on a level of unappreciation.
I love
and I'm saying this in
I love
a
that.
generous way,
That's
but
respectful.
I really feel like that plays a part in it,
I respect that.
and you'll ignore it because we're part of the culture that we're in, that we're trying to
Penetrate.
penetrate and get
Mm-hmm.
money from,
Mm-hmm.
or sell to.
Patronize. Mm-hmm.
Sell, I will say sell to.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll say, I just saw them here,
Or they're from
book
Memphis.
them from what? Yeah, or yeah. And then you'll go to the other side and think they really somebody. They ain't shit.
Yeah. I love that you say that
Yeah.
because um, when people see me out of the state and out of the country, numbers go up.
Yeah.
But like the
You
crazy
probably
thing
even
is
signing
the
autographs and
crazy
shit.
the crazy yeah sometimes.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is even in this city, I'm not around often.
You're not.
I
You're
pop
not.
up.
You're not.
I
You're not.
pop up to show support.
Th-
Literally, I pop up to show support to let people know I'm
yes.
willing to recycle
Yes.
my dollar
I'm
back
with
into
you.
my. It ain't about my black dollar or white dollar.
No, no, no.
I'm
Your
willing to
dollar.
sacrifice my dollar or recycle my dollar back into my Memphis community.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not messed up about if you book me in Memphis or not.
Right, right, right.
That's why
You still
you
coming back.
I'm still coming back and I'm
Yeah.
still pulling up, but I'm still not accessible because you may not run into me. I don't like. I have people sometimes they'll see me at spaces. They be like, "Yeah, so you be here?" I be like,
Nope. Nope. You just called me today. I do not be in
"I
this.
know you
Motherfucker.
called me,
Yeah,
baby,
yeah,
baby."
yeah. You
We
probably
got-
was here last week before. I ain't been here.
Right.
Nah, it
I
ain't
don't-
me.
You're not gonna find me here.
I'm
And
with
so but at that same time, I try to pop up in those spaces to show that
No,
love.
I definitely can appreciate that. Now, what I'll say, and it's a trick to it. It's always a trick to it. I think that individual of your caliber of art, by you being that only one, by you being that, sometimes you might need to treat it like that.
I do.
No, you know it. You know it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's one thing to know it, but to treat it like that, because if you treat it like that, it'll make them treat
I do.
it like that.
I say I do because
See,
prices go up.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
that's one way. That's one way.
Prices
Because
go
my
up.
motto, I have a motto: a discount is a miscount.
Hmm.
That's a motto of mine. However, strategy is key.
We play chess,
Yeah.
not checkers.
See, you may. I mean, and this is just something to throw in there. You might get you a white guy manager.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a white corporate guy type manager, and say, and let him manage not only you but your advertisement, so that way when they look at it, they be like, oh, and you show up and it's a black woman. And this is just food for thought.
I get it. No,
You know what I'm saying?
You are in the strategy that my mindset is in. Don't want.
I know you don't want to have to trick them.
Don't want to. But I mean, I have to have these conversations.
Yeah.
What's up, white managers?
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
straight
you don't
up,
want to have
like-
to trick them now. You don't
No,
want to have to
when I
trick
say
them,
that-
but it works.
When I say that, shout out to all managers, all publicists that see
Yes.
who I am, see the work that I actually represent. We could get some money together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just not one of those people willing to convince a person of who I am.
True.
You know?
True.
I don't
And a
have
lot of
that
times,
energy nor space.
of course, and I wouldn't expect that. That's what his job is, right?
Which is hard because they
No.
want the Wi-Fi down. So it's like,
yeah.
okay, so how do I come about this?
It has to be an individual that understands what he's supposed to do.
Which is now assignment for me.
Yeah.
Which
it
is
has to
having
be
these
something.
types
Yeah.
of great conversations where people like yourself pour into me. You may not have someone that's going to look like you, that's going to promote you.
Yeah.
But I also have to continue to keep moving
Don't let
on
up.
these platforms.
Don't let up.
This foot is on everybody's neck.
Yeah,
I'ma
don't
tell
let
y'all,
up.
I don't care how many black fire dancers, white fire dancers, Asian.
Nah.
Y'all, BlueFlame is here to stay.
Yeah, you
And-
locked in.
And when I say that, I know God has assigned me. I know God has put me on this earth to do this, not just in Memphis,
No,
not just in
Memphis, we probably
in
won't
one.
do. This probably be the smallest market for you.
Man, no, I can't say that.
You won't say that?
I will not say that. Memphis has been just as an equal market.
Okay.
Man, shout out to a lot of people. I won't even name no names.
Yeah, don't
I
do it.
no
Don't do it
name
because if you
dropping.
miss
'Cause
somebody, they're gonna get mad.
and not only that, pay me. You, pay me.
Yeah.
When I say that though, you know who's booked me. We all know who's booked me. We
Yeah,
all
yeah,
know
yeah.
the amazing people that have hired me to do luxury events for them. I want to
Yes.
do nothing but grow more with what I do. But it has really been a lucrative business in what I do here in Memphis, just here in Memphis.
Yes.
But
Okay.
being able to travel from Atlanta, I'll be in St. Louis coming up September the 20th.
That's
So
great.
as soon as I get back from Vegas, shout out
Right.
to Golden Legends Champion Challenge. I will be competing in a amazing burlesque competition, but it's a whole plethora of international burlesque performers that I'll be competing with, and a lot of Memphis burlesque performers have not gotten to this platform.
Yeah.
So I'm like one of the first to get to this Vegas platform as well. And traditional burlesque initially, and now they're bringing me back with fire burlesque. So these
Okay.
producers called me from Vegas.
Yeah.
I did a show. They called me back and they were like, BlueFlame, we got a stage for fire now.
Yes.
Because I was on their ass the first time. I was like, why am I doing traditional burlesque? But I love that I had to learn the
Okay.
art of the strip tease, of
So
the
now
glove
you can bring
peel.
the fire in.
And it's so much more simpler because I understand the art and I respect the art
Okay.
of what girls were doing when they didn't have props to eat fire, as you guys will see when we get, when we show
Yes.
the vibes, that we just did before
Man.
this event, before this podcast. But
Yeah. This
man.
is a. So let's do this. Let's go back. Let's get back to the impact by decade.
okay, we
Let's
went
get back to
20.
the 20 to 30.
Woo!
Let's
I
get
was
into
a
it.
hustler by then.
Yeah.
I had my own model team. I was modeling myself. I had
What would you say? This is 20.
this was 24.
Okay. Well into it.
25. Let's go earlier 20s. I got my degree in
Okay.
computer engineering. I am a AAS certified computer engineer. So I have my associates in computer engineering technology, electrical and electronic engineering.
Okay.
So I'm a nerd. I'm the person that sets up your Wi-Fi and jailbreaks your Fire Stick.
Okay.
I'm a nerd.
Okay, okay.
Or may be able to fix your goddamn appliance. If it's not too, I solder. I know resistors. I know, diodes. All those crazy things that most people would know.
Yeah.
I'm naturally a fucking nerd. So I literally loved working with computers when I got out of the service. Let's start in the service. I got into, I served from February 2nd, 2000 to June 27th, 2008.
Okay.
I got out of the Air Force working with planes, fighter jets, everyday C3s too.
Yes.
And work with pilots and crew chiefs, and I call them
Where were you stationed?
Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, North Carolina.
So you did your whole tour there?
Whole tour there.
Okay,
which
I'm an
was
Army vet myself. Yeah, I was stationed in Germany for like 3 years. I did 4 years in the Army.
That's so dope.
Yeah,
I didn't know
I'm
that.
an Army vet. Yeah.
See, let me tell you. See, I'm one of them ones. We got to talk off camera because
Yeah.
I'm at that 100%.
Oh, I'm sure at 30 trying to get them. Why they can't find my record?
So don't worry, because all we gotta do is, baby, we gonna talk.
We gonna talk. Yeah,
I
we
got
gonna talk. This
tag.
is yeah.
Got my whole tag. Fought for my 100. I'm now 100%. So I'm a 100% retired veteran.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me my money.
Section.
Damn.
Yes. So I teach veterans of color. I teach every veteran.
Yeah.
But
I see how you represent that color, though. You represent that color to the fullest.
Because I'm indigenous.
Hey.
I'm an indigenous kid.
Yeah.
I didn't come off a boat.
I heard
You know
that.
what I'm saying? We from the
We
waters. I'm
from
from the
right
waters of the
here,
Mississippi.
yeah,
That's why I
yeah,
am a fire dancer. That's why I am a native kid. That's why I
yeah,
don't, that's why we look certain ways. That's why we
yes,
carry
yes,
ourselves in certain ways. All of us aren't from the boats of, these slave trade boats that we
yeah.
think we are. And I honor every person and family that has. And, I've traced my roots. So I have Nigerian roots.
Okay,
But just because I have Nigerian roots does not mean I was slave traded.
yeah.
Not Africans and Asians were importers and exporters, and we were nomads. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how Moors came to be.
Yes.
Olmecs came to be. So everybody didn't come on this earth just
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
master.
yes, master. Yeah,
What
yeah,
a
yeah.
king. But I honor
Yeah.
every person and ancestor of mine that went through that, because just because my ancestors didn't come over on a boat didn't mean that they got classified
Right.
as a Negro.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to realize. A lot. That's why we have Boxtown in Memphis. Boxtown is a native space where trains were built through the Mississippi, and we lived on those box trains.
Yeah.
That's what Boxtown is.
Okay.
Chucalissa was
Educate me
there.
then.
Yeah, Boxtown is people that lived on trains.
Okay.
That's where the original name and words of Boxtown comes from. Native people that lived amongst the Mississippi that literally started to live in the trains that were built through their Mississippi
Ain't that
native
something?
spaces.
You just gave me some game.
Real fucking talk.
You just gave me some.
So Chucalissa, those mounds, all these places that we see in our city, Iron Pyramid, all these things belong to us. These are things
Yeah.
that really make Memphis Memphis. So I have a strong spirit because I know what I'm from, and no one has
Yeah.
to give me the history about it. You can have my history all day,
Yeah.
but I can see
It's
through
in you.
me.
Yeah, it's
I
in
see
you.
through me.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So
Thank you.
going back 25, you said.
Mhm.
Now you have your own modeling agency.
Mhm.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Ooh, I loved it. I loved being a plus size model that
And
went
you were a
into.
plus size
I've
model.
always been a plus size model.
Okay.
We already know if you're a true model, sample sizes are 0, 2, and 4. So if you're not those sizes, you're considered a plus size model.
Really?
6, 8, 10, 12,
I thought it was
14.
12.
Mm-mm. 6, 8, 10, 12. 6 sometimes can be considered,
Depending on their
uh,
height,
no,
maybe.
depending on the designer,
Okay.
area you're in. So if you're in Paris, 0 to 2, 0 to 4 is it,
Is it?
because that's all the fabric they have.
Okay.
So they're not making nothing no more than between
Yeah.
0 and 4, because these are
Okay.
starving artists. People don't realize most designers are
I get
starving
it. I
artists.
get it. I
So they
get
have to
it.
have minimal fabric to create this amazing thing. So they need very small girls to do that.
Okay. I like that.
So I created this space as a plus size model to show models on the runway that you may have one outfit. I may have just had J100 book me for a whole fashion show. I might have had 5 designers
Yeah.
for that show, right? J100 was the only designer that booked me. But because of the way I carried J100, I got 4 more designers that want to
Okay. I
work
get
with
it.
me on something. So I always share with models. First, I was a runway model. I worked in hair as a Kira hair model. I
Mm-hmm.
worked on the runway as a runway model, doing like numerous shows on the runway. I also train models. So I
Okay.
worked with young models ages 6 to 16, training them in etiquette, runway walk, as well as interviews. So, business
Okay.
interviews, work, getting ready for work, the workforce. I was training kids young,
Okay.
and if you was 4 and your mama didn't have to walk you down the runway, I would train you too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was just in this space of trying to create in Memphis quality models.
Okay.
There are some models now, won't name you, We don't
Yeah.
give power that I train that are now in top notch positions.
Yeah.
There are designers that I led and worked with that are in top notch positions outside of this city.
Okay.
And so I literally put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into training models. And then I started into brand work because I try to teach models you're not going to be on the runway for the rest of your life. And if
Yeah.
a designer doesn't pick you up and put you on their payroll,
You just,
you done.
yeah, you just walking
So,
around pretty.
what you doing? Because I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of these models are on the runway for free, and I train models to not be on the runway for free.
Okay.
Don't continuously be doing exposure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in the word
Exposure.
exposure
Yeah.
because hate to say it, it may not just be Memphis. It's probably all over where people will call you and they see your talent, but they're like, I don't have the money to book you,
But
but I got some exposure.
yeah.
If you're calling me, that means I'm exposed. That
Yeah.
means I'm
You
great at
see
what I
me.
do.
Yeah, you see me.
me.
Fuck you
So,
talking about.
run me my bread.
Yeah, you see me.
So I
Yeah.
literally taught models how to demand and command their worth.
Okay.
And if they're not going to have that worth acknowledged, learning how to go into brand work,
Yeah.
brand ambassador work, marketing,
Yes.
things that, and when I say brand ambassador work, I'm not talking about Instagram. I'm
Yeah.
talking about corporate companies that will like beyond the clientele that has models
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sits at
Yeah.
his vendor space and gives information out and it builds a following. And so for me, I wanted to teach models that going down the runway, unless you're on New York, you doing some New York Fashion Week, or
Right.
and
Right.
you're being paid to do it,
Mm-hmm.
because there are a lot of models. I want y'all to know there are a lot of models out here doing stuff, and they're paying their travel, they're paying
Yeah, they paying for everything.
everything.
Yeah.
You know, hey, if that's how you want to get down, no disrespect. But if you are a model of worth, you should have a team or yourself to be able to say, this is what I charge to host a party. This is
Yes.
what I charge to do the runway. This is what I charge to teach your group of kids or grown
Yeah.
people at your fashion show. If you don't, and I tell people this too, your list, you need to have a price list for everything.
Yeah.
You don't have a price list, how do people know what you charge?
And now it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because sometimes, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because you're in that industry. Isn't a different price depending on the
Level of experience.
not even I'm not talking about for you,
Mm.
the level of the book, the people booking you.
Yes, because now you're talking budgets.
Yeah, because yeah. You best trying to put a price list out, but then they got a budget up
I
here,
like it
and
how
they
you put
call
that.
yeah like
Now this is not for Blue Flame,
okay.
but this is yet for people that I'm training
So
for.
they're just getting into that realm.
So
Okay,
it's just
okay,
like say
okay.
if I was teaching fire dancing,
Yes.
I would have to do a price list for that
Yeah,
to
I
keep
get
it
it.
fair.
I get
You
it.
know.
I get it.
Now
Yeah.
when my clients reach out to me, that is a difference.
I
I do
get it.
have a set price
Yeah.
because one thing I do love about being a fire dancer, I keep a set price. Now
Okay.
there are things called add-ons.
Yes. I just talked
You
to
know,
Event Center today about that.
add-ons.
Add
I don't.
ons.
I do a base price.
Yeah, but that's all I'm doing when I
That's
show up
base
now.
price. That's
Now, if
it.
you want this,
A-
this, and this, and this,
Add-ons.
add it on.
Whatever costume you need me to wear,
Right,
add-on.
right.
Travel, add-on. Lodging,
Add
add-on.
on. Okay, okay.
All these things, because if you keep it at a base price, you're being fair.
Fair, yeah. That
And
that
that
way
way
you can just
nobody's
give me the base.
now.
Whatever you show up with the base, that's all I
Don't
need.
think that I hadn't had clients and be like, Blue Flame. Like I may have a conversation where, um, and it's crazy because when I have inquiries, which is why I like for people to inbox me,
Hmm.
send me information about what they're doing, what the
So you can understand, yeah.
because I'm special events planner. I pretty
Okay.
much do special events. I accustom my fire dance to you. You may need wings, but
Yeah.
you're gonna have to pay for them.
I get
You
it.
know,
I get
you
it.
may
I
need me
get
to
it.
do some extravagant shit that you saw in Vegas. I may not have those props right now, but if you
Okay.
want me to have those props within the time it is for
I
me to
get
you
it.
to book me,
Make it
you
happen.
got to pay for them,
Yeah.
and then you know what I'm saying. I
They'll
got
be
them for
there.
your event.
Yeah, they'll be there.
Boom, you know.
I get it.
But
I
you're
get
gonna
it.
have to pay for those things, and not only that, leading with what's your budget is the smartest thing you can
Okay.
ever do with anyone if you are working with someone inquiring.
Yes.
You know, when it comes to my base price, I don't mind sharing my base price because
Yeah.
again, I like to be fair. I guarantee you a lot of these finances that a lot of people book with, the price be up and down and be moving.
Right, right,
But
right.
what I
They
love is,
book it off. They book off what they might need at that time.
but then you sharing it with over 11 people.
Yeah.
So if you just book for $5,000 and you got to spread it against 11 people, I would rather book for 2,500 by myself.
Damn right. Call me for
Well, I
real.
mean, why am I upset that I just got paid 2,500? And I tell a lot of people this that are in this space of it's Blue Flame. Just you, I be like, look, let me tell you something about what I'm doing. People call just me. Wait
Yeah.
till I build a team.
Yeah.
If you
Make a
calling
big
me and
difference.
booking me for 2,500
Yeah.
and $5,000 and $1,500, wait until I build a team.
Yeah. That's it gets
Y'all
made.
finna call me for 100,000.
Yeah.
Y'all finna call me for 200,000. I'm gonna have mirror people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have
Yeah.
I'm talking about 5 days stilt walkers. Baby, I'm telling you all kind of stuff.
Boy,
All
I
I need
know,
is the
man.
big budget.
Yeah.
Give me the big budget like y'all giving the rest of these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm telling these people, and that's why for me, I try to stay base price,
Right.
but at that same time, run that budget.
Run that budget.
You know what you paying for these.
Yeah.
But for one me, what you pay for 5 people, one me will kill,
Yeah. You gonna kill it.
baby.
I heard that.
Murder.
So let's get back because we gotta finish this impact by decade. We gotta finish that part, and then I got a couple more questions for you. 20 to 30. You started your you got your degree.
Mm-hmm.
Started your modeling agency.
Yes.
Did your training. Did your thing with the models. Was it any impactful moment that happened in that window? Did you become a mother in that window?
I was already a mother.
You were a mother. When did you become a mother?
I became a mother in my. So I love that you asked that because we went.
Yeah, that's
it's
a
so
milestone.
impactful. Between my 18 and 20.
Okay.
Year. So my 18 and 20 year, I went to the service, became a mother,
Okay.
and then ended up in going to school. You know,
Okay.
in
And getting your
between that
degree.
time, getting my
And
degree.
okay.
Still was
Okay.
and still was in service.
Okay. Okay. So,
So,
you got your degree while
while
on
I
active
was
duty.
while I was active duty.
Okay.
So
Then milk them people. Milk them
I
people.
got that money, man. I
Yeah.
was
Get
not
that
playing.
paper. Yeah. Get it all up.
But
Okay.
so I became
So
an
becoming a
amazing
mother. Let me ask that. Let me ask about that. Becoming a mother. What did that do? For your evolution, like how did that trigger something, or were you already on your path, or was it like now I'm a mother, I have to do this? Did anything happen, or did it just flow? Like I'm already on it, I'm a mother now, stay on it. How did that happen?
Being a mother, I love you. The questions you ask. Being a mother strengthened me.
Okay.
Being a mother centered me. It gave me the fuel that I needed to hustle, the fuel that I needed to
Yes.
focus, the fuel I
Okay.
needed to do anything I could
Yeah.
do because being a mother during that time I got my degree as a mother.
Yes.
So
yes.
when I got my associates,
On active
I was
duty.
on active duty as a mama, you know,
Yeah.
and got my degree. And
Okay.
so that was a hard thing because
Yeah, that's a hell of a load
and
right
so
there.
I mean, we also got to go into the fact that there was September 11th. You know,
Okay.
September 11th happened around that time while I was in the service. So I
Really?
served. I was literally on Fort Bragg base.
North Carolina.
When
Yeah.
September 11th happened, I was still on leave, maternity leave,
Okay. So you had your baby
in the service.
in what that was '01, right?
Oh, one.
'01,
I had
'01.
right after I kind of got in the service.
Okay.
So yes, I had really a full time. My time was served as a mom, which was
Wow.
really really hard,
Yeah.
really tough.
And you were married?
And I was married, which
Yes.
made it a
Cause
difference.
I
Which is
know
why
you,
I
that's
didn't
the only way the
deploy.
baby get to stay
Which is
now.
why I didn't deploy. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Why I didn't deploy,
Okay.
and I fought for it because
Yeah,
I was.
you jumped a few
I did.
milestones in that
I
birthday.
did. Ooh, I think that was y'all. That's a part I want to forget. Not the
Yeah,
motherhood, but the
yeah, you
marriage.
jumped a few
I
up.
want to forget those parts. But when
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
that, I'm so proud of the mother
Okay.
that I am and
Yeah.
that I came to be. Because no, I knew nothing about
No,
motherhood.
that's safe to say though. No,
Nothing.
no. Most of the time, nobody does.
Oh my God, they couldn't change a pamper.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't change the pamper
I
now.
was
You
like,
playing.
oh my
You
God,
playing if you couldn't
what are
change the
we
pamper
doing?
now.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Now, when I say that, I could change one,
I
but
know what you mean.
it was
Like,
like
oh shit.
every day. I feel
5 times. She shit again.
smelling like real nigga shit now. And so, and then having to balance being in the service and then having to
Yes.
balance being a
Yes.
wife of a serviceman. And
Yes.
my ex-husband was not just any serviceman. He was a special forces ranger.
Oh wow.
So he was a maroon
Yeah, the Maroon Beret, Airborne.
beret.
Yeah.
Wild boy.
Army.
Army.
Yeah. I
Boyfriend.
know them guys.
I'm talking about wow. And what was so dope is that most men of color don't get that far. So
Yeah, he got
had
far.
a lot of, had a bravado about himself.
Yeah. He
That
got a
was
different
like,
energy.
boy, you
Yeah.
don't realize who you dealing with. I'm from Memphis. He's from Georgia. I'm from Memphis.
That's a that's a
That's a
whole
lot
head bump bashing
we was
competition right there.
music. We was everything. We was like you. I'm like you got the Memphis music. This was around that time that Chicken Head was out. Ooh, chicken, Project Head.
Yeah,
Those.
I'm literally just
Petey
getting to
Pablo.
Memphis. Yes,
Vibes.
yes.
Those were my vibes at that time.
Okay,
So
I'm with you.
you
I'm with
giving
you.
me era energy, and so I
I'm
have
with
to
you.
like.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Look, I'm literally just getting to Memphis in '01. So I'm with you.
Wow.
I just got out of the Army, coming to Memphis
That's
in
so
'01.
crazy.
And just a little bit about me that you don't know. I got out of the military because I lost my first wife to cancer. I'm a widowed father of 3 of my daughters with that wife.
You're a strong
And
man.
a year to the date that I buried her, I lost another one of my baby moms, which I came to Memphis at 23, going on 24, with custody of 4 daughters.
What?
7, 5, 3, and 1. And those are the grown daughters that I spoke of earlier. Yeah, so just
I
FYI.
acknowledge you.
Yeah.
I send so much acknowledgement to you as a
Yes.
single father
Yeah.
that raised beautiful black women.
Yes, I did that.
You are such a representation of really what people don't think we have.
They
in
don't
this
think we
community.
got it. Yeah.
It's present.
Yes.
You know,
It's
I
definitely
honor
present.
you.
And
I
it's
honor
it's
your
it's
energy.
crazy because I've had some conversations about parenting with people that they didn't believe, like, that people wouldn't believe, just like, man. And I was really in tune with being a father because I had kids so young.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I left home at 16. I moved in. I had a baby mom that was 19 at the time, who ended up being my wife. She was a little older, so she was able to get the crib in the projects. I moved out, graduated high school and everything. So I was an active father from the jump. 16 and still active today.
Yeah.
So when you speak of having a child in the military, my baby girl was born in Germany.
Wow.
We were both active duty at the time. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you know what we talking about.
I
here.
know what you're talking about.
Like,
and then to
assignment.
experience losing my wife on active duty. And
I'm so
they sent me to
sorry.
Fort Meade, Maryland. Fort Meade, Maryland is a intelligence unit. and I come from an ammunition unit in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And these people didn't really care. I don't say that
Mm-mm.
from my situation. If I would have went back to Germany where I was stationed,
They knew
they
you all.
cared. They knew us. I had a support system that was gonna work with us, but in Fort Meade, they were just like,
You think it was strategic?
not really. What happened was, honestly, what happened was her treatment took longer than we expected, and then she didn't make it.
Mm.
If we would have gotten to Walter Reed in D.C., she would have been treated. They got rid of the cancer. We could have went back,
Mm-hmm.
but of course, 1 month went to 3 months
Mm.
to 5 months to where she passed away in six. So by the time she passed away, my slot was filled in Germany. They couldn't send me back. You know what I'm saying? They had to replace me because I was gone for so long. So that forced them to station me at Fort Meade, and Fort Meade was ready for me to get back to the military, and I was still grieving and
Grieving.
trying to get to being
Robot. They
a
want us to
parent.
be the robot.
Yeah. So I decided to get out, and that's how I ended up in Memphis. I chose Memphis instead of Illinois. I could have went back to Illinois, but I didn't want to. So that's how I got to Memphis, and that's just me in a short
That's
story.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Like, wow.
yeah,
Because I honor you in sharing your story in something that's a lot for,
that's a lot.
you know,
Young. My wife
very
was
young.
26. I was 23 when she passed away. It's coming. The anniversary is coming up November 1st. Which will make what
My
25
condolences.
years? Yeah, because it was 2000.
We
So
need brothers like you though, because you,
yeah,
I see you carrying on the name. I see you carrying on that story and sharing that story,
definitely.
and letting people know there are brothers
Yeah,
out here that care about their women, care about their
man,
kids.
stepped
We
up.
gotta be more of the nurturers.
Yeah,
We're getting so cold that it's making our brothers cold.
yeah,
Like you can share a story like that with a woman and she just looks over it. I'm sure
yeah,
you probably share that story with women that you may want to date or you really care about. And you don't get that nurturing.
yeah. They don't. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I've had a lot of.
Like
I can
my
say over
heart right
my.
now, I'm
Yeah,
touched by that.
yeah. A lot of. I can say this. A lot of women that I've met in my life. When I say initially, they may say, "How many kids you got?" I may say, "I got six of them."
Hmm.
And when I say, and mind you, now I have seven, including my stepdaughter, but at the time I would say I have six children.
Hmm.
And they would be, whoa, 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 whoa. But I'll be like, but nah, baby, this ain't the same six kids situation you
Mm,
talking about.
mm.
I got custody of four of mine. What you mean? And then I tell them, that's when they blown away. They like,
Wow.
oh my, and especially mothers. Now, if she's not a
Yes.
mother,
She can't relate.
she don't really feel
Like
me.
my heart goes
But when I
out.
say this, and they be like, "You what?
Man,
Yeah.
my heart goes out.
Where they at? With me? Like
Man.
fully raised, not no full fledged in the home, dropping them off, picking them up every day from school,
And it's
dressing them,
crazy
everything that comes with motherhood.
because
I was doing it.
they're gonna be such great women because of that.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, I'm so grateful for the woman that I became because you hear me. I speak so highly of my mom.
yes.
Gotta give praises to my dad. My
Of
dad
course,
didn't raise me,
of course.
but I'm my daddy's son.
Yeah. I got one
You
like
know
that.
what I'm
I got
saying?
one
You
like
know,
I actually
so
got two like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I honor any man that can pick up wherever.
Yeah.
Like we can't we have to realize the black man was not assigned to be with his kids.
He was exiled.
He was
He was exiled for sure.
look up the Pruitt Igoe experiment.
Yeah,
Do
they
you know
didn't
that?
want
Do you
him
know that
there.
experiment?
I do not.
Pruitt Igoe, I think based out of St. Louis. Pruitt Igoe experiment was based on the food stamp experiment.
The welfare.
Welfare, well, we call it welfare,
Yes.
which meant that a
He
woman
can't be there.
could not have a man in her home,
That's the
whether
only
she
way
was
she get
married to
assistance.
him or not.
Yeah.
He had to leave, which she could not have a TV, she could not have a microwave, she could not have a man in her home. Yeah, these are things that were standard for welfare. Yes.
So they want you to be fucked
You
up.
need to be fucked up, and it need that fucked up
Dang.
in there. And so we want to understand where Papa was rolling.
Yeah, he had to roll.
He had to lay his hat many places because while your mama's house was being checked by welfare,
Yes, they used to come through and
he
check.
had to go to another lady's house whose house was not being checked by welfare for the moment. And that's how my granddaddy ended up with about 22 kids.
Yeah,
I don't know about your granddaddy.
My granddaddy got about 22 kids.
So that's how they ended
That's
up with
crazy.
him.
But
Because
he was just making them. He wasn't.
But
He was a Rolling Stone on his own.
We don't know.
Yeah. No, I know. He was a
Came with
Rolling
you, I
Stone on
can't
his
stand
own. Yeah. He was a because my grandma wasn't getting nowhere for. He was going to get some money,
See?
and he was still
See?
Rolling Stone.
You know, we had them grandmamas that was hustlers.
Yeah. Grandma was just taking care of the crib, and he
yeah.
was going to get it.
And that was homemakers.
But he was going to get everything.
Baby, we had the grandmama that was a real homemaker that
Yeah.
sold, that cooked, that
Yes.
made preserves.
Yes.
They sold that stuff.
I know about that
You know what
cha-cha.
I'm saying? Come on, that
Yeah, I
cha-cha,
know about
that
that
cha-cha. And then that chow,
Yeah.
that preserved peaches,
All that.
moonshine, all
All
these
that.
things that
Yeah.
our people, our ancestors were utilizing to sell us goods
Yeah.
that they did not put. That was on the table, man.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
They were making it happen.
They're making it happen. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I'm a country girl. You know,
But I knew about the welfare. I knew about all of that, but I didn't know it was
Pruitt,
called
Igo
Pruitt Igo.
experiment. PRUITTIGOE experiment. You can look it up on YouTube. I got a chance to watch it on YouTube, which taught me a lot about the
I knew about that
assignment.
whole system, but
Because
I didn't know it was
I
called
had to
that.
forgive my dad.
Yeah.
I had to forgive black men for not being present because this was by assignment.
It was by
This
law.
was by
They made it
assignment
like
when
that. Yeah.
he was taking your wife and experimenting with her, and you
Yeah.
couldn't do nothing with it because if so, your throat was slit,
Or you was
or
hung.
you know what I'm saying.
was
So
hung from a tree.
what alpha energy? I don't care if it's an animal. What alpha energy will allow anyone to take over anything that's theirs in front of their face without anger, without wanting to come back at it, and then if I do, I'm done.
I'm dead. That's
Now
tough.
there's a lion to take that chance.
Yeah, he'll die about it.
You know what I'm saying? A
But
human being,
it's like
he
where
can't
can
take
yeah
that
your
chance.
legacy never lives.
We wouldn't be here.
Yeah, because if he do that, the son ain't finna do that.
Some of us.
The
wouldn't
next
be here.
son ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, they ain't
Some of us
taking
wouldn't
that.
be here.
You ain't lying.
You know what
It had
I'm
to
saying?
sacrifice
and,
itself.
And guess what? If that person got sacrificed, you learn from that, so you don't want to
Better
sacrifice
not do
because
it.
you
Yeah,
just saw
you like, I ain't-
what's
yeah.
gonna happen if you do.
I saw what they did. They cut Papa foot
Cut-
off. No, I ain't running.
Man, I'm not cool to this. Shit, Toby.
I'm Toby. Fuck you, man. I be Toby.
I can't, but
Yeah.
I respect the motherfucker that would because I
Yeah.
cannot judge your walk.
Yeah.
I can't judge your walk.
now, however,
I wouldn't have
we
lived.
needed them.
I wouldn't have lived.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
gonna-
we needed
I
them,
know I
though.
wouldn't have lived.
Yeah,
I would have been
yeah.
old Pocahontas ass bitch.
Yeah.
I would have fought.
Yeah, but you got to think, and I've heard a lot of people say that.
I would have fought.
You got to think of where we come from now, though.
I get it.
We ain't come from that.
I get it.
You said your mama was a fighter.
Fighter.
That's why you would have fought.
I would have fought.
But if mama would have been like, no, don't you do it,
Well,
you would have been like, okay, mama, I ain't gonna do
Yes,
that.
sir.
Nah, you
Yeah,
saw
that's-
mama
which-
fight.
which is
So
why
you like,
right
you
now-
got me and mama fucked up.
Which is why right now with the dancers, I don't speak on white fire dancers to be like white fire dancers. I
Yeah.
speak on white fire dancers because you have to realize the differentiation
Yeah.
of the
The
energy.
difference, yeah.
Like it's just a real thing.
yeah,
And I don't
when
get
you
to
like
talk.
that fire, it's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
And
with
it's ancestral.
Yeah, I'm
you know,
with you. I'm with
it's
you.
it's a relighting and a remembrance. It's a reminder
Yeah.
of where we literally come from and what we literally
And
create.
I really can say that watching you do it in the beginning, I really kind of felt like a African ambiance. Like, you know how the lights be dim and they might be around the bonfire and they making they
Worshiping, they
talking to
cooking,
their
they
people.
doing.
I really can say that that's what it gives off
Thank
when you're
you.
doing that. That's real.
That's my intention.
That's real.
And it's my intention from the ancestors. I'm literally just like feeling through the fire.
Yes.
All I'm doing is just like feeling through the fire, and I don't know what the great thing is that I know it's all light, but when I feel it, it's like sometimes I'm like, oh, it's you. Hi ancestor, and I'm just feeling through it.
That's crazy.
Again, like I told you, I just did that full moon event, and Alicia Wright, she just inboxed me, DM me. She was like, how they gonna post everything like you weren't there?
That's tough.
And I get that often.
That's
so
tough.
I'm not upset about it, but I just want our city to be aware. You can be a rapper, you could be a ballet dancer, and be amongst people that do not look like you, and you can be doing the same thing that they're doing, and
they won't pay you no attention.
They won't pay you no attention because it's a group of people that don't look like you.
They're programmed not to pay you any
algorithm.
Attention. Yeah.
The algorithm, the media, media will make things look a way that they're not. Yeah. And if you just are following media, like I get this all the time, stuck. Where do you perform at then?
Or how many followers you get?
How many followers you got?
That's the worst bullshit
I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all think I give a damn about a follower.
That's the worst.
I don't give six damn about a follower. Because before there was a follower, there was word of mouth.
Yeah, that's the worst. I think the followers is the worst.
Followers is insane.
I literally feel like people that gauge you off your followers are really like
they're superficial.
Slow.
I agree.
Like they slow.
I agree.
Like
Did you not know they pay for the bots?
Yeah, you really think you know me? Cause I ain't.
You got to pay for that check.
Man,
that blue check is paid for.
Me, man. Nah, they got it where you can get it now, but
you can pay for it for $14.99.
Stop playing.
What they say about that Jet 2 holiday?
Jet 2?
You too can get a Jet 2 holiday. That's a meta. That's meta verified on goddamn Instagram.
Man,
you can get a blue check by paying $14.99 in your
But it's not even the blue check. I'm saying like people would say, "Oh, you got 10,000, right? You cool? He got 100. Mm-hmm. He retarded. He ain't nobody. You missing the whole jet."
I get that with the fire dancers.
Are you serious?
Because they may have more followers than I do.
Oh my God!
But guess what? Think about the fact that someone that is not who I am has been doing this for all of their life. Yeah. They've been doing this since 5, 6, 10. And I just started in 2019.
It's just like I told you about the pageant. You really winning.
And so I can honor you in that.
Yeah, you're winning. They just already
I honor that
ahead
that
in a sense. Like you win.
You got a boot. Your bootstraps work.
Yeah, you win though. Like
don't tell me stop. Your bootstraps work.
Because technically you shouldn't be on the same track. You winning.
You're a real one.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. We on the same track.
Not really the same track.
Look, you're technically ahead of me, but I ain't got no business on the track.
Mm-hmm. I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, so I'm winning. You exactly where you supposed to be.
This is your intention.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you then. You know what I'm saying? That's what I look at. Like I look at it like that. Let's go. Let's get into this 30 to 40. Let's get into this 30 to 40 impactful moment real quick, and then we leaving because I know you're only 40.
Yeah. I'm in my 40s. My birthday's tomorrow.
And you'll be
August. I will be 44.
Only right.
So I'm.
You're the same age as.
I'm not ashamed as a black woman to tell
81.
my age. Yeah, 81 baby.
81. My sister would be 81 if she was living.
Oh, Oh, bless her. Sending
Yeah.
love,
I mean, she would
condolences,
be
and
44. I'm
light.
sorry. I said 81.
Man, love, condolences, and
Yeah.
light. She's celebrating his birthday with me.
Yeah.
And it's just an honor to get, here.
Wow. So, okay, real quick. I know you became a mother at 19, 20,
20.
20.
1920.
Um, and at this point, you're the mother of
A beautiful goddess. Her name's Lavender.
Lavender.
That's my baby's
Okay.
name, Lavender. Shout out to my daughter, Lavender. Usually she's here with me, right
Okay.
behind the scenes. But my daughter also is working with me to be a fire dancer. I'm training her.
Okay.
I say circus is a family business. We all know circus as a family business.
Okay.
So I always say start with your family in circus. So I'm training her. She did some work with me at the Full Moon Flow when I did my Full Moon Flow. This was her first public fire dancing event. So
Okay.
it was just an honor to see my baby,
She
follow
got
in
it.
my footsteps. She gonna surpass me. One thing I know, my daughter's a top model. I train my daughter in modeling.
Okay.
She just finished doing Memphis Urban Fashion Week with Prep Curry. They did a big fashion week at Lemoyne Owen College, and she is a top notch girl. Like she is a runway coach. She teaches modeling.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy because when I started in modeling back in my 20s, kids couldn't come to fashion show rehearsals.
Okay.
So as a designer, you would be like, your kid cannot be at the show
Yeah.
rehearsing. So what I started doing is incorporating my daughter into the fashion shows. So I would have a designer like you design something for her so
Okay.
she could open up the show or close the show. Because my daughter, I would train my daughter to walk. So my daughter's got a powerful walk. She's always had a powerful walk since
Yeah.
maybe 4 or 5.
I heard
So
that.
my baby was killing runways 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
ashamed, ready.
Ready.
And so now she's been to New York Fashion Week.
Okay.
She's done some amazing shows in Atlanta Walk in Atlanta, and now she's back home. And so she did Memphis Urban Fashion Week,
Okay.
and she has a story. I would really want her to come back.
Come sit down
Yeah,
with me.
and sit down with you
Well,
and
we
talk
gonna
with her,
make it
talk with
happen
you about her
then.
story.
We gonna make it happen.
Like she has an amazing story. I am a special needs mom. She's a special needs child with hearing loss, cochlear
Really?
hearing loss. She's a Memphis Jooker.
Really?
She sleeps on herself with Memphis Jooking just because she thinks the city sleep on her. But everybody away, they know
Yeah.
they know who she is,
I
and
probably have seen her then. If
she's cold.
she know
Lavender.
Marcus 901 them.
She know all of them.
Okay,
You know,
she's
they know her. The
okay.
question is, do they know her?
Yeah.
And if you know her, everybody knows Lavender.
Okay.
Her number one mentor was Montreal Britton.
Montreal.
Montreal was he's now in LA, but he was one of the top teachers of Memphis Jookin.
Okay.
Here in
Okay.
the city. I mean, he's so patient with kids. His vibe was dope. As soon as I wanted my daughter to learn Memphis Jookin, he was like, "Bring it to me." Now I'm
Yeah.
talking about straight North Memphis. We was in North Memphis, and he was like, "Bring it to my house." So we go to North Memphis. She starts learning Jookin. She's all shy. He's like, "You gonna have to like
You gotta
loosen
look,
up."
yeah. If you
know
gonna
what I'm
juke,
saying?
you gotta come on with it.
That's attitude. Ain't no
Yeah.
attitude. And so attitude and movement. And so he turns on Jasmine Sullivan. I bust the windows out my car.
Yeah.
He said, "Juke to this." He said, because this is what people gonna be booking you to juke to.
Yeah.
So I just
yeah.
want you to know, you can do all that Project Pack, Criminal
Yeah,
Man, and all
ain't
that.
nobody. They don't want to hear
Ain't
that.
nobody booking you
Yeah.
for that. You're gonna be juking to classical music.
Yeah.
So I need you to understand and respect exactly how that moves. My daughter is a trained dancer in African arts. She does modern,
Okay.
ballet,
Hip
all
hop.
of these.
She gotta do
But
hip hop.
and hip hop, dubstep, all that, which is why I introduced her to Memphis Jookin.
Okay. Okay.
Because when she started doing dubstep, I was like, wait, let me put you on to
put
some
you
of
on what you
these
supposed to be doing.
garage dance.
Yeah,
Memphis
yeah.
Jookin. Let watch this on YouTube real quick. Let me
Yeah.
watch this. And so that was my intro to teaching her what that meant. And understanding what tutting means, and a lot of people don't understand what Memphis jigging is, which is tutting,
Mm-hmm.
which is the root word of King Tut,
Okay.
which is
The whole
hieroglyphic movements.
uh.
That's nothing but us doing
That's
hieroglyphics
tutting.
in motion. That's called tutting.
Okay.
So juking is tutting.
Ain't
Tutting
that
is
something?
hieroglyphics, which is what people don't realize. It's why when you see them doing these moves and they're
Yeah.
boom, 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 and they're all of this is if you go to any Egyptian um, um,
Well, they had the
preserve,
drawings
they
and
are doing
they
the
be doing their
same
same stuff.
moves, which
Yeah,
we be
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
figure
yeah,
out where all
yeah.
of our roots are coming from. But if we
Damn.
listen
You sure just put me.
and we tap in to who Memphis really is, because I'm
Yeah.
so Memphis. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so Memphis that I had to
Damn.
understand who I
You just
am
fucked me up with that one.
tutting. Ask
Tutting.
any Memphis juker. Juking ain't juking. Juking is tutting.
Yeah.
We call it Memphis juking because it is originated from North Memphis. So you got the jukers. That's what we do. We just,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
boom,
yeah.
boom, But if you understand the movements before you start, even when you put the legs in, and
Yeah, all of it
all
go.
look at some hieroglyphics. Go to any YouTube. Look at hieroglyphics on any wall. You will start put it in motion as if you were doing a cartoon.
And it'll flow.
Put I would say some real shit. Y'all know, we got TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Screenshot a whole bunch of
And
hieroglyphics
run them all together.
and do it on YouTube.
They gonna run together.
And then put it to some Memphis music.
Yeah. Damn, you just fucked me up with that one.
Tutting.
Tutting. So now you said
So honor to my daughter.
honor to her. Yes, Lavender. Yes. Shout out to Lavender.
Shout out to you, Lavender.
Yes. But you said she has a hearing impairment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just started working for a company, and it's a health services company as a DSP, direct support person. I literally,
Amazing.
I haven't worked since 2003, and that was short term. Since I got the military, I worked for myself. I'm a serial entrepreneur. However, one of my clients has this company. Shout out to my boy Louis Hurd, who gave me the opportunity to work for his company. But I had to do a lot of modules during my orientation, and they say that, and I could be wrong, but hearing impaired is not considered special needs.
I love that you say that.
And I'm going to say this, and this is why. This is why. They said, and this is on the module, special needs is when you're required a special service to be accommodated, right? And I could be saying this wrong. However, hearing impaired person, and they say like a blind person, you're not required anything to still be part of the element. You just can't hear what's going on, maybe.
Or are you not?
You know what I'm saying?
Or are you not? Because I know as a mother, for me, during school, my daughter was required to have FM modulars.
Which is?
It's a frequency modular.
Hearing aid.
So her teacher had to wear a modular to speak to her
accommodate her
directly.
That's what I'm saying.
Are
you really special needs?
So that's special needs.
Really?
That would be considered special needs. If someone has
I guess
to
in the term of
you,
special needs,
you just said to accommodate. So if that teacher has to, because you have to keep in mind, anyone that's wearing hearing aids has all of the feedback happening of everything going on. So if it's in a classroom setting, if you don't have a teacher that has a modular speaking directly, and that baby has to sit in front, then you got IEPs. I got all the same things any other special needs mother has. I got to go through IEPs too.
Okay.
So Why are we not
So,
special
so
needs
I
now?
guess they're saying it in an adult sense based off the job I've required.
I agree because that's what
Because,
we're fighting with right now. My daughter is fighting right now back for her disability,
okay,
because she let it go at 18, trying to be Miss Independent, and I ain't got no, I ain't nothing wrong with me,
okay.
but
Now she's
now
saying, okay,
understanding that if you don't find a trade that does not require you to be in a space where you
here,
have to hear everything and be attentive, because she can't be in a space like that where
yes, yes.
it has to be a team of people. She won't
It's hard to
comprehend
coexist, yeah.
everything. She's gonna miss something.
Right,
So
okay,
you can't be in a team setting. You can't be in a loud setting. You
yes,
can't be in a um, setting really on your own either.
yeah,
You
but,
know, like it is so many things that hinder her, but
uh-huh.
I'm also navigating my daughter through that to understand her gifts. That's
So,
why.
so technically, I think when, and then now that I'm thinking back on the module, maybe they said it's not a mental
It's not
illness.
mental,
That's what
but
they said.
it is, because
Yeah.
you have to
It
think about
messes with your mental.
anxieties. You have to think about a
Yes,
child that is
yes,
not like every other child that ends up dealing
yes.
with anxiety,
So
isolation,
it creates a
bullying.
mental
It creates
mental
a
issue.
mental.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Maybe that's what it was. I just watched it one time and I passed the test
I
afterwards and went
I
to the
love
next.
that.
But that's probably
As a
what it
special
was.
needs mom answering those
Yes.
questions, no, like we are dealing with this every day with our children, and
Yeah.
you may
So
have a child that looks normal, because my
mhm,
daughter looks normal. My daughter's beautiful, but
beautiful.
and if she has her hearing aids where you can't see them
You don't even know.
until you maybe hear her a little bit of her speech. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? But and within that sense, you still, even with her speech, you may not even pick
Yeah.
up that she's hearing impaired. You just may think
Okay.
she has a speech impediment.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so, like, finding out, people treat you more gently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Girl,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah. Yeah.
fragile.
Yeah. They treat you
So
fragile.
she does.
She
She
don't like
doesn't
that.
want to. No, she
No.
doesn't. She's a
Treat me
boss. She's a
regular. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a boss. I raised a boss. My boss. She's like, I
Yeah.
ain't got no problem. But
Yeah.
then when we deal with these days where
Yes. It
she's
bothers her a little
yeah
bit. Yeah.
yeah. So it is a mental
I get it. I can understand it. I'm
fight.
gonna actually go back and check that out because I want to be correct on it. But I think now that we've talked a little more, they said it wasn't a mental disorder. It
Yeah.
was more of a
And we would love to advocate more for that, which that's
yeah,
why she's going through this journey. It's just like going through our journey as fighting our 100%.
yes,
People will
yes,
tell you you don't have PTSD. People will
yes,
tell you you didn't have
yes.
tinnitus. People will tell you you don't have nothing going on, but you're the one dealing with
Feeling
these
it.
things
Yeah,
every day, and no one can tell you what you have.
I
Going
get
on.
it.
You just got to be an advocate for yourself, and the
I get
people
it.
around you got to be an advocate for you. You
Yeah.
know.
So tell me this: was that hard as a mom, like being a mother? Of course,
Definitely.
that was like a dumb question.
No,
I
it's
hate to
not,
ask
because
because
it's
I
not dumb. No,
just
you have
know
no dumb
that.
questions.
But I mean, in a sense of hard, I know that had to be hard
It was. It was.
because one thing for sure, I know as a parent, period, you want the perfect child, as close to perfect as you can get them.
Or that, and when you find out you don't have a child, or you have a child that has special needs or something
Yes,
that is
yes,
extraordinary, you don't have community that looks like you. Like
yeah,
most hearing impaired children are, white in this community.
really,
So yeah, so I'm one of few black mothers that has a
okay,
hearing impaired black child,
wow.
in this community, in this
And
Tennessee
you're in the
community.
okay, but in the military is
You
where she
know,
started growing up at,
so
right?
yes, she did, but it was kind of um this thing of, yeah, military, like we got her, everything got, diagnosed in the military,
Okay,
but then eventually I got out. And
yes,
so now we're going into
to the normal, yeah,
school,
yeah,
high school,
civilian
middle
world,
school,
yeah,
civilian world. It just became this different whirlwind of care.
Memphis,
Memphis. And
Yeah.
one thing I learned, and I love my city. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but um, with special needs mothers, there is this stigma that we're not interested. We don't want to learn. We don't like. I have seen mothers that don't look like me that get offered sign language right away.
Mm.
My daughter doesn't sign.
She does.
She speaks clearly. That's why I said the only time you'll hear her is you hear
Yeah.
a little bit of her speech impediment. When her doctor diagnosed her, he said she would never speak.
Really.
My daughter was not supposed to be a speaking person. Like
Really.
she's supposed to sign. So when and this is where a lot of my independent, my 20s to 30s came into play, which we're gonna touch on a little bit. But I had to come out of engineering and
To
in
tend to her.
military to tend to my daughter. I couldn't have a 9 to 5. So I
Okay.
had to get on the hustle. That's why I had my brand models.
Yes.
That's why I
Yes.
started graphic designing. I was troubleshooting computers at home so
Yeah.
I could fix a person's firmware,
At the house.
anything. Yeah, I was fixing all everybody that was downloading porn.
Yeah.
And every time they get a
They get the
issue,
virus. You
they
got to
got the
get it out.
virus. I go through that registry, clean your registry, look at what you
Yeah.
was doing,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
pay me every time. Then I started breaking jailbreaking fire sticks, and
Yeah.
then I was doing flyers, and we was charging by the side
Yeah.
back in
Yeah.
the day
Yeah.
for a flyer.
Two
So I was
sided.
charging
Yeah.
back,
You got to come on with it.
90 per side. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I
Yeah.
was quick with it. So I taught myself Photoshop, but these are things that I had to do
Because you
to
were at home.
be available. Yes,
Yes.
to my
Yes.
special needs daughter. I when I was in the service, they didn't care
Yeah.
because it's just like what you were saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Get to this work.
They don't
Yeah.
you're
Get
a
to this
robot.
soldiering. Yeah.
So what? You got a special needs child?
Yeah.
Okay, get to this work.
Yeah.
Then got out, got my first job working at Thomas and Betts. I was a system admin, and then they put me on second shift.
Wow.
So I'm getting home in the middle
Three
of,
to 11. You doing 3 to 11 shit.
and my child just getting out of school.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And I got a special needs child.
Yeah.
So it was just these things that really, and I like to read to my child. I like taking cupcakes. Back then, you could take cupcakes to your kids'
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
go visit the teacher and be the teacher's helper. And,
Right.
because
Right.
I
Spend
used to
time in
help
the
my daughter's
classroom.
teachers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was really grateful for all of the space and energy and opportunity and vibes that were put into my baby.
Yes.
Like I appreciated that shit.
Yeah.
But you just I don't know. I think for me, my daughter taught me how to be a hustler.
Okay.
My daughter taught me how to optimize my time.
Get to it.
Don't do a 9 to 5. Do a 9 to 1.
Yeah. Get off early for me. Yeah.
Happy
That's
hour.
what's up. That's what's up.
But yeah, happy family time. It
Yeah.
don't got happy hour. Ain't got to always be a drink.
Yeah.
It could be spending time with your
Spending
family.
time
It
with
could
your
be going
family.
to the park. It could be
And then you was a mama's baby too, so you wanted to be So I can imagine that feeling
that's what
like
my mom did.
you had to get to it.
I love
had to
my
get
mom
to
for
it.
that.
That's what's up. Okay. Impactful moment in your 30s to 40s, real quick. First thing come to mind.
30s to 40s, I became a fire dancer. I became BlueFlame.
Okay.
I became BlueFlame in 30s to 40s.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
not BlueFlame in the 20s. I didn't even know a BlueFlame. I didn't even know
Okay.
who the hell I was.
I
I
like
became a beast in 30s to 40s. Again, losing my weight, my all natural weight
Yes.
loss, over 97 something pounds, all natural.
Yes.
Having this pivotal moment of finding an art or an art that found me because I didn't come looking for fire dancing. Fire dancing came. Like I said, I met somebody. They told me to come try
Check
out.
it out.
It was like a pole class. It's just like somebody all having a pole class. Say, girl, come try my
Come
pole
check
class.
it out.
And I did the class, and she's like, I'm starting a group.
And
I want you to
be in.
join.
Yeah.
And that's how I became one of the top pioneers and starters of her circus group as the only African American fire dancer or dancer, particularly in her group. And so then I just kind of grew from there. And then I think that 40s was me hitting because I think I was like mid 30s fire
Okay.
dance, and then COVID hit
Right.
around this time, which was dope because fire dancing for me never stopped during COVID.
Yeah.
I had people booking me virtually. I
Okay.
had people doing virtual events and saying, "We want to book you to fight. Like, just set your Zoom up,
And boy,
and
do your
we're doing
thing.
a show."
That's good.
You know,
That's
so
dope.
I literally just remember my 30s to 40s being my weight loss journey, being a pivotal moment of motherhood that kind of ended a tumultuous, um, I would say, relationship when it comes to co-parenting.
Okay.
Had a tough co-parenting
Mm.
relationship because my ex-husband was military as well, but I got through that, and
Yeah.
seeing that light and being the kind spirit that I needed to be through something so tough like that, because there were times I just wanted to just
Yeah.
handle it myself, as a co-parent. But letting the Lord guide me, and letting fire be my busy time,
Okay.
and fitness be my busy time. Um, those were the things that really, um, man, they played a major role in my sanity. They
Mm.
played a major role in my growth.
Yeah.
I never knew when I started doing fire dancing that it would be a booking. I never thought that it would be a something that would pay me. I didn't
Yeah.
start fire dancing to get paid.
Really?
No,
Ain't that something?
I started fire dancing because I was like, that shit is cool.
First thing I would have thought, man, give me my money
I
playing with this
never
fire
know
now.
there was no money involved.
Ain't that
Like when I
something?
first started that shit, I was like, "Oh, we just gonna do this shit. Let's do it."
Damn.
Then that lady started bringing the contracts. Then she started seeing me bringing my own contracts within the collective,
Okay.
because I started getting booked individually, and I would even tell her, like, somebody wants to book me. What should I charge? Like, I was literally being
Okay.
honest.
You're a student.
I
You're a
was a
student
student.
at
I'm
the time.
sensei. You know what I'm saying? At this
Yeah.
point, I'm sensei. So anytime I make money, I'm giving something back to my collective.
Yeah.
I'm being open and honest about those bookings and not trying to hide it and get booked, because that's something that I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
When I start training people, I need that loyalty. So I don't know about her,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna write contracts. I'm gonna write contracts.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to stay with me for a couple years if I'm gonna teach you fire.
I heard
You're gonna
that.
have to kick it with me for a little bit.
I feel you. Like,
To
don't just get it and run
No,
off.
you don't get in there. Don't
Yeah,
hit it and quit
yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't hit it and quit
it. Fuck me, Nene, and kiss
it.
me.
Now you done took this skill out and ran off on me, man.
Man, ran off on the plug.
Oh, for real.
You can't run
Damn.
off on this plug. So
So, so tell me this: when once you merged into you hit your 40s, right?
Mhm.
You hit your 40s. You're at the peak of your fire skills. I'm sure. I wouldn't even say peak. You're at the pinnacle where you really putting that work in. You're getting booked, and you come to realize that it's a divide in the culture. So tell me this: along your journey, did you meet a lot of black fire dancers?
Mm. I met a lot of get outs.
What that mean?
You ever seen the movie?
Oh shit. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. I like
I
that.
met
I like
so
that.
many of them.
So you did meet the complexion.
I met the complexion.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna give you guys some real energy. If you do any research on most black fire dancers, they're married to somebody white. They're
Really?
with somebody white. They're in a collective that's white. They're the only black person, and they're okay with that.
So tell me this.
You gotta watch a person like that.
That's cold. Yeah, that's cold. So tell me, do you feel like, and this is just a question, do you feel like we as a culture or a people dropped the ball? Because you learned from a white person.
Hmm.
So by that being something that comes from us, do you feel like maybe we dropped the ball along the way?
I do.
Because it's no way you, as a black woman, should have been taught a
By
black cultural skill by,
someone that doesn't look like me. And not
yes.
only someone that doesn't look like me, but someone that is not willing to acknowledge
They
that
don't even
the
see
art
that
that
fact.
the
Yeah,
art comes from us.
belongs.
They will say in the circus arts books, we do not know where it
Wait,
really originated from. That's the first thing they say. But if you go on, there's a YouTube where this African
that's
man,
crazy.
this African man is sitting on blazing fire. I'm talking about it's just blazing. He's sitting on it blanket and he just dancing. African man just dancing. I'm talking about sitting. So for a person to tell me, then you see Polynesians. We go to Hawaii and we see all these amazing,
Yeah,
intricate dances that mean something. Like um, these are dances that were passed
yeah, that's
along.
like a ritual.
These are rituals. And
Yeah,
and then you go to Caribbean Carnival and then you
you see the
understand.
same
So
thing.
we got pride, but we don't have Caribbean Carnival.
Yeah,
How do we have pride but no Caribbean Carnival? Memphis is so misconstrued about we will let people walk around in rainbow pasties, but you can't walk around in rhinestone pasties as a Caribbean Carnival girl in your little one piece or two piece and your little itty bitty string outfit, but
yeah.
you'll let a gay man walk around in his. And I'm not judging
I'm with
anyone,
you. I'm with
but
you.
how is it that we can have a pride go down Bill Street, but we're not acknowledging Caribbean Carnival that is an emancipation of our freedom from different cultures? And that's
Yeah,
why I keep saying up and down the deltas and the rivers. We have to understand we all dwelled in near water.
yeah.
All of us. No one is from the Caribbean.
Hmm.
They're African.
Right.
Nobody's buried, now maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
know
know what I'm
what you
saying?
mean.
But nobody's ancestors are from
Yeah,
Jamaica unless you probably in the 70s, maybe
right.
60s.
They rooted from somewhere. They came from
Everybody's
somewhere.
from
Yeah,
Africa. So those islands we were transported over to those islands, and those islands is where Caribbean Carnival comes from. The emancipation
hmm,
of us being freed on those islands to be who we always have been, and
yeah,
the African roots. Just like you go to New Orleans and you wonder why we do the
yeah.
Carnival in New Orleans. Carnival is the same thing that you see in
It's
the
the same.
Caribbean.
Yeah,
So a lot of people just don't understand. Go to and you know why I love burlesque. I love being a burlesque performer because I get to mimic Caribbean Carnival.
yeah.
I get to put the feathers on. I get to put the rhinestones on. I get to put the bras on, and
Yeah.
everybody accepts me in
In that,
burlesque.
yeah.
But if I do that and I walk down Beale Street,
They gonna be
they're
like,
like,
what she
"Who
got
this black
going
bitch that
on?
think she got it going?" And it's gonna be black folks that ask that, white folks that ask that. Everybody gonna ask that.
Yeah,
Ain't no way, no, everybody gonna be like, "Girl, let me join in, do your thing."
yeah.
The first thing they gonna ask, "What the fuck, shit?" Because you don't
You
understand the
don't
culture.
understand, yeah.
You're okay with a white girl doing the thing.
So tell me this though. Tell me this. Do you believe that you, as a melanated sister, can bring awareness to that culture, to that aspect of the culture, to where um, whether you incorporate it in your performance or on your platform as far as social media, do you think that it's a possibility that you can bring awareness to where you can slowly merge the
Our
culture
culture.
into where it's supposed to be?
I do that now.
Yeah.
Every song that I utilize,
Hmm.
I did a rocker, um, we call it grinder burlesque in Nashville,
Okay.
which is all rocker style burlesque. I'm talking about
When you say rocker,
rocker 80s, Aerosmith,
okay, rock and roll like
rock and
rocker.
roll,
Okay, I get
hard,
it.
hard shit.
Yeah.
I
And you
brought
do the sign. This, yeah, 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 yeah.
this is crazy.
Rocker. I get it. I get it.
I incorporated Slash.
Which is
Slash is a black guitar artist, which a lot of people
okay.
don't realize. There's a song called Watch This that has no lyrics to it. It's just a straight guitar, but he's a black guitarist.
Okay.
So I incorporated Slash into this white incorporated
I get
burlesque
it. I get it.
performance. I had an LA performance that wanted to focus on um, the 90s TV shows of the world. Like,
Okay.
so what's the first 90s TV show for you that comes to
Cosby
mind?
Show.
Give me some.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Now I'm gonna tell you what the first one that came to mind for me.
Fresh Prince.
I love that, but
Yeah.
he's more 2000s to me.
Yeah, he is. He is. He
But
is.
Saved by the Bell, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So Saved by the Bell came to mind for this show.
I'm with it.
Who do you think I would focus on in Saved by the Bell? Who's the first person you would think of?
What's the black girl with
Lisa.
the curly hair? Lisa. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in Saved by the Bell, what did Lisa do?
What did she do?
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, she just was the other.
All
black.
you know, you remember Jesse.
Screech used to like
you
her or
remember
something.
Screech? You remember Jesse with the that took the drugs. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You remember all these moments. You don't remember nothing about Lisa.
She didn't
though.
do too much.
Lisa didn't have no pivotal moments. So as I'm doing my
She
research,
was like a, what they call that as that's called the
token.
no for her role that's called the I gotta think about it. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
love that though because I want to know
But it's
that
called
name.
a role where basically like she's filling
Just
a
in
void. Yeah.
But you have no purpose.
Yeah.
So as I'm building this character, I'm like Lisa.
Supporting role.
Supporting role.
She had a supporting
Lord,
role.
shout out to Lark Voorhees, which now is dealing with a lot of mental health
That's her.
issues. Lark Voorhees.
Yes.
But what was crazy is I had to dig. I'm like, what did Lisa do? And I had no content to go off of to do this production. So I was like, what you say? First thing? Cosby Show. What's the first thing in burlesque that comes? If you ever thought about, let me do a burlesque number and based off Cosby Show.
I can't remember what they did, but it was like a family in the living room dancing.
The night and day.
Yeah, they came out dancing.
You
and
know
stuff.
the nighttime.
Yeah. And the baby girl, a baby. Yeah, there we go, Rudy. I'm with you.
I did that number in LA.
Okay.
And so I say this to say everything I do is strategic.
Okay.
To
display us.
But in the
it.
most respectful way, staying in theme, making sure I do everything that I need to do. And do you know, and that LA woman told me when I did my number, she said, Bill Cosby was, yeah, we're going to talk, yeah. You raise your eyes just exactly like what she said. White lady. I said, well, what about you doing your 90s and 80s rendition? It was something she did. I said, of Harry Epstein. I said Epstein was the main
You
go-to
got to
guy
be
for
kidding
90s.
me.
Was for the 90s, for everything 90s.
Oh
Epstein.
my God.
So how are you going to call me out for Cosby that was acquitted? And you got Epstein
the whole
that
island.
ran everything pretty much in the 90s.
Had the whole island.
Baby, you got me messed up. What we're not going to do is play that game. And so a lot of people, and I think that's why for me it's not about a white thing.
I get it.
It's about preserving our history.
And standing on business.
Standing on motherfucking business.
Standing on business.
Like we don't get up like it's only 5 minutes you get. There's only you might get 15.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do in those 5-15? That's why a lot of people see me as they either see me as a pioneer or as a threat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like, where did she get this idea
Either
from?
one is dangerous.
Either one is dangerous because you're still
Either
paving
one
the
is
way.
dangerous. Yeah. Either one.
So
for sure.
yeah, that's
Damn.
I will never not
Represent.
honor my culture.
Yeah, and honor the culture.
That's why I left my collective. I didn't want to be a token. I'm not okay with being the only black girl. If I can't see other black girls being invited into what it is I'm doing,
Yeah.
what is it that we're doing, and I respect what they were doing because
Mm-hmm.
you can't just bring people in. We're dealing with some very dangerous things.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta have meet the
You got to
qualifications.
meet the qualifications.
Yeah.
It's like a junior pastor. That's what I
Yeah.
call it. In the southern
Yeah,
world,
for
it's like a
real.
junior pastor. You can't
You
just pick a
can't
junior
just be
pastor
up
and be
here
like,
and be playing.
let me
Yeah.
put you up in the pulpit and teach you how to.
Nah,
So I get it,
I get it
but I
too.
had to create space for myself to grow.
Yeah.
There are things also that I'm lacking because I'm not with this team of white
Of
people that
course.
have
Yeah.
all this
Yeah. Yeah.
advanced learning and skills, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had all these different apparatuses and things afforded to me at that time that
I
now
get
were
it.
taken away. But I invested in those things in myself,
Over
so
time. Yeah.
I invested in those things myself. Now I can provide myself my own training,
Yeah.
and eventually, which is my goal, to work with inner city children, teaching them circus arts, teaching them how to acquire um, um, these um, I'm trying to get it out, trying to acquire the skills,
Mm-hmm.
also the scholarships,
Okay.
the residencies,
Yeah.
all these things that you people go to Vegas for,
That
and you're
come
like,
with
how
it.
you get
Yeah.
to Vegas? Because these people started at 6.
Yeah.
I started at 30s, 40s. Imagine
Yeah.
had I started at 6.
Wow. That would have been something serious.
Imagine had I
Yeah.
started at 10.
Yeah.
So a lot of these, like you said, a lot of these people are starting at young ages. White folks got this at they churches. They're
Yeah.
teaching circus arts at churches and in communities that have the money to do it.
To do so. Yeah.
So
Damn.
yeah, so my entire dream is to build a circus arts team or a circus arts gym where I
To
can literally teach the youth
yeah.
from hula hoop, aerial arts. We call it silk fans, ISIS wings. Everybody doesn't have to do fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I do want some one day have one bold kid.
Yeah. One more
I can
kid to know what
teach.
they doing.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that would just kill
That
them.
would be killer. Yeah.
But that is where I know God is moving me.
Yeah.
Because I do. People are like, where are you gonna groom people? When are you gonna work with people, new people? I might not want to work with adults because I feel like adults are literally gonna take what I'm teaching
And
them
run off.
and run. If I start young,
Yeah. They gotta come
there's a
see you.
loyalty
Yeah. They gotta come
because
see
they're
you.
part of my shows. Not only that, my contracts are bigger, so now I can pay kids.
Yeah.
Now you're a child actor.
Yes.
Now you're a child performer.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
your parents and you are getting paid.
Getting paid for that. Yeah.
So
Traveling and everything.
you see what I'm saying? So for me, this is bigger than me just being Blue Flame. These are acts. Even with adult acts, I want to train more adult acts. I want to
Yeah.
bring bigger.
But it has to make sense.
Gotta make sense.
I'm with you.
And
I'm
you
with
can't start with fire like me. Everybody wants to
Yeah,
just
you
start with
can't
fire.
start with
Well,
no
I want
fire,
to do what
yeah.
you doing, baby.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
gonna
gonna
burn your
be able to do
forehead
that.
off.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be wondering why your forehead burnt off. Old forehead, face having ass. And then
Burn your whole wig off your head.
forehead, face having ass. You know I'm Memphis.
Somebody I'm trying to
big
teach you.
burnt head.
For real.
So, people think that I'm holding something that I'm trying to protect them
Nah.
from.
Yeah, you can't give it
I
away.
get
though.
burned.
Yeah, you can't give it away.
I've had some of the worst burns, people. I've had such bad burns. I know the degrees. I know the degrees by the experience of the burn, not
How
by
bad it
reading
burned.
it.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. How bad it
What's
burned.
this? A first degree.
They're gonna
All
be a
right.
third one right
It's
there.
a second. This is
Yeah,
gonna be a
yeah.
third. You get that bubble, you're on a second degree burn.
Yeah.
If your skin bubbles, you're a second degree
Second
burner.
degree burn,
You're gonna
yeah.
have to end. You might have need surgery because some of your tendons
Yeah.
or some of your nerves may have been damaged.
Yeah.
So people think that I charge what I charge because I'm trying to be this diva and over extravagant.
This is a dangerous job.
I could lose my life
Yeah.
doing what I do.
Yeah.
I'm insured, but I don't want to use
I'm
it.
with you, yeah.
I don't
with
never
you.
want to use my insurance, Fred.
For real. So look, we're gonna get into a few questions real quick before we get out of here. Real simple but deep. I want you to tell me something you believed as a child that you found out as an adult it wasn't true.
Mm.
Besides the obvious Santa Claus,
Mm.
Easter Bunny, something that you believed as reality and found out it wasn't true.
So deep. Mm. That life was fair.
Mm.
That life was equal to
Everybody
everybody.
equal, yeah. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That was
For
what I
real.
found out real quick, and took time because I'm from both sides of the track. I'm from the hood, and I'm also from
Yeah.
the suburbs. And um, no matter how much we code switch,
Hmm.
articulate, speak hood, you're never hood enough.
Yeah.
You're never articulate enough.
I get it. I get it.
So I learned real quick that
It don't matter.
it really don't.
So the best thing to do is be you.
Be you.
Be you.
I
Wow.
learned real quick that you know, and I learned real quick also that people aren't who they say they are. You got to get along with people and build real character. You got to be
Yeah.
in some crazy situations to
To
learn.
see who they really are, you mean.
Yes,
I get it.
yes.
Yeah.
I tell people I guess because I got a veteran tag. I don't
Hmm.
mind getting pulled over. I don't get pulled over. I ain't never been. I haven't been pulled over since I had a veteran tag. That's why I gotta get you 100%.
Yeah.
I ain't been pulled over ever.
You hear me?
I could be
Yeah.
going
Quit playing with me.
60.
Leave me alone.
Please, now I know y'all
I'm
don't know my
crazy.
tag, but
Look, I'm
I be
crazy.
going 80 on the goddamn 65 and 55. They'll get behind me. It's like GTA.
They see that veteran
They,
tag, leave her alone.
you know what I'm saying? And I say that with the utmost respect and appreciation,
Yeah.
of my my
You've
fellow
been given
comrades
grace. A
that
little
I'm being
grace,
given
yeah.
grace. You know what I'm saying? But heck yeah, I mean, we learn so much about that understanding of grace, like you
Yeah.
said.
Equality.
Man, you will find out real quick.
Yeah, they don't give a damn.
You get pulled over with the wrong person.
You better
I'm
know.
gonna tell you something. You're gonna learn something about a person, and I'm from Memphis. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna find out that person that is about the shit they
Yeah.
the motherfucker that throw drugs on you.
Yeah, all that type of shit going on.
You learn so much about a person's integrity
Uh-huh.
in
In those type of
dire
situations.
situations.
Yeah.
So
So tell me this then. And this is a good one. And I can't wait to hear what you're gonna say to this one. If you had the ability to sum your life up in one word, what would that word be?
soldier,
Ooh.
martyr,
Soldier. I like that one. Martyr is a whole nother level.
martyr,
But
pioneer.
soldier, ooh.
I got so many.
Yeah.
But if you want to go,
I like that
soldier,
first one though. That first one hit hard.
I'm a soldier.
I like that one.
I'm
I
a soldier.
like
I'm
that
a
one.
frontline soldier too.
Yeah.
I don't sit back. I'm not.
You finna
I'm,
make
I'm
it
here,
happen.
and I'm here for every mission. If I
Yeah.
gotta sit back, I sit back. If I need to be on the front line, I'm
Yeah.
trained everywhere.
Everywhere.
If I need to be
yeah.
a gunner, I'm a gunner.
I can
You
dig
know,
it.
if I need to be the
can dig it.
lieutenant, I'm the fucking lieutenant.
I can dig it.
I'm
I
a
like
soldier.
that. Soldier. Damn. I like that one. That was cold.
Real talk.
That was cold. That came through strong.
I ain't gonna lie, soldier.
All
I'm
right,
not
tell
lying.
me this one. Tell me this one real quick. If you had an opportunity to reset as an adult
Mm.
with the knowledge you have today, not factoring in any like your child or none of that, or anybody you lost that you wish you had them back, just strictly off the knowledge you have, and you got the opportunity to reset and start from there. What age would that be?
Wow. It would be 18.
18?
It would be 18.
I like that.
Yep, it would be 18. And I have to give honor to my homegirl, Choosy. A lot of people don't know Choosy.
Shout out to Choose.
Shout out to Choosy.
That's my girl.
Which is, I think, how we really
I
know each
think
other.
that's how we really met.
That's how we
Yeah.
really, really know each other.
Certified diva.
Certified diva.
That
Choosy.
is
That's how we
probably
know
it.
each
Yeah,
other.
from the studio and everything.
Yep.
Damn, you just brought me back.
Shout out to Choosy.
Yeah.
I give all honor. Choosey's watching over us now.
Yeah, that's my girl. Were
She
you in the
taught
movie?
me. So I wasn't in the movie.
Okay, I was in the movie.
I was one of the divas. I used to do a lot of her promo.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be in the movie, but Choosy taught me a lot about being in the front but being in the back.
Uh-huh.
She taught me how to have all of this going on, but also be the main character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, of what's going on. Choosy was like a sister to me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately watched Choosy take her last breath.
You were there?
I was there.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Unfortunately, I was there. I was there when everything was found out. Because I'm usually with Choosy. Choosy was like my sister. Choosy was like a person that when I was going through my weight gain and loss, and she saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself.
Choosy was solid.
You know what I'm saying? Like the vibe. I feel like she sure was. The very fire dancer that I am now, I feel like Choosy been like, I'm either recorded or I'm about to become one. Yeah. I'm gonna do something in this fire dancing world. Because me and her, she's Taurus, I'm Virgo. Yeah. And so Choosy plays a major role in me keep going.
Yeah.
Like that is someone that I can't not acknowledge having a podcast like this, having an interview like this. I was one of her media sisters. Like we would do church events. You know, she do a church events on Sundays. I used to go and help. I was an assistant to her to do, you know, because I was in media as well. Because we were we were behind the scenes girls, but we were in front of the scenes girls as well. And so just this information, this care, this patience, this knowledge, this girl that she was
definitely that. Yeah, she was a girl.
She taught me so much, you know.
Shout out to Sunshine
shout out
too.
To Sunshine. Shout out to her son Rico.
Nephew.
Yes, we love y'all. Like I would not be where I am without people like Choosy.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't have the poise. I wouldn't have the fashion.
Oh,
Choosy
she had
taught
that.
Me so much
yeah, she knew how to hit the room. She gonna hit the room strong.
Baby.
Yeah.
With their native face. You know what I'm saying? Letting them know.
Yeah, she gonna hit the room strong. Yeah.
Letting them know.
Every time.
So I give all honor to God, but I also give all honor to God's angels that watch over me and have assigned me into these new things that I never thought I would do. Because it's people like that I know are like strategizing for me.
Yeah.
Because Choosy was with me when I had all my brand models, and you know, because she admired it, because she had the same thing going on. So we was kind of like, you know, we was
doing
leaders.
Y'all thing.
We was leaders in this industry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give honor to people like that really paved the way, especially her.
Especially her. Man, rest in peace and Choosy. Rest in peace,
rest in light, rest in heaven, Choosy. You really are here with me now, and I just thank you so much for being here with me and Jay.
Yeah.
You know, and bringing us together, and now just in this light, realizing really where
it come from. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Choosy.
Shout out to Choosy.
Damn, that's
Tasha. Nobody know her name. Tasha.
Tasha Addison.
And the age was different. Everything.
Everything when it comes to Choosy.
It's a real one though. Yeah. I used to be able to go out of town. Like you know, when I was hustling as a mom, you know, we would go out of town and everything we had was hustle. Yeah. So we could stay out of town for a little longer and be like, hey, you want to hustle a little longer and get this money?
Stay at this
wasn't on no 9 to 5.
Yeah, stay at this shit.
We want to stay in Miami about 2 more days?
Yeah, stay
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Real shit.
You know, and we were about the bread. We weren't in Miami hoeing. We weren't in Miami
making something happen.
We was doing. Literally building connections. My daughter to this day, when she goes out in these streets of Memphis and she says, my mama's name is, or, you know, she's like, mama.
Everybody know you.
But, you know what I'm saying? That sense of anybody else, they think, well, you was out there.
You was in the mix.
Baby,
that's what it was.
My baby was right there with me. Anything I did, you know, shout out to my homeboy Crazy Mike. Crazy Mike Foster. He
Mm-hmm.
was, a very pivotal person in my early model um, career, just having the connections and,
Yeah.
putting me in the right rooms,
Yeah.
when we had Club Premiere, having my tables. Shout
Yeah.
out to Curtis Givens when I
Shout
had
out
my
to
models, Brown Sugar models. Curtis Givens would have my own personal
booth and
VIP
shit.
tables
Yeah.
with my name on them. Me and my models, we out passing out flyers throughout this whole space, which is
Yeah.
how I learned about the business card flyer. Get on it,
Yeah. Yeah.
the big.
Yeah.
Now we have Dot, but before Dot, there was the business card flyer.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to throw my flyer away, so I would put it on a business card.
Yeah.
So you would have to read it. That I was a graphic designer, so I would have it big enough so you could read everything.
Right. Right. Right.
One thing about graphic designer with me, that's the thing. If you got to ask me the location, time, date,
Yeah. Your
I didn't do
flyer
my
ain't
job.
doing no. Yeah, it ain't doing what it's
I
supposed
didn't
to
do
be
my
doing.
job.
For real. Damn
But
right.
yeah. Though I definitely am just grateful for the people
Yeah.
I've encountered along the way of becoming Blue Flame, because
Yeah.
I don't even think Choosy would have thought that I would become somebody like a Blue Flame.
Yeah.
She,
Yeah.
like I said, I would have had my automatic media. She would have been right here.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Getting
sure.
media too.
That's
So
what's up,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
So tell me, I wanted to ask you, like, you say you'll be 44 in a couple hours.
Yeah, we're gonna turn up for my
Yeah, in a couple
birthday.
hours. So tell me, what do you have? What's your plans and your vision for Blue Flame, for Aisha Dickey,
Mm.
for your business, your inspiration? What do you have in line for, say, the next 3 years?
Mm.
Um, I know one thing about the Vegas thing. You spoke on that already.
It's coming
I
up.
know that's coming up.
Yeah.
But I want to know, like, what plans do you have?
So, what I love is Vegas is gonna be a pivotal moment for me for those plans,
Okay,
because once people see what I've done in Vegas
on that level.
on that level, there is a certain respect that goes with that level.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in Vegas
and
and they're like, "Oh, you've been in Vegas?"
but you said this is a competition.
This is a competition, and this is the first time I've ever been able to bring fire
Fire to the competition.
to Vegas.
To Vegas, period. So, what's the winnings? What if you win?
So the winning is a monetary stipend. It is bookings, big bookings.
That they'll
So
book
five shows a day to 3 shows a day bookings at
in
almost
Vegas.
in Vegas. So I'm looking to make Vegas my second home.
Okay.
Which I already have a lot of business relations in Vegas.
Okay.
So that's why the producers that I work with are calling me back, because they were like, "Look, we've been trying to get you back, but we had to find the venue that would accept all of this."
Okay.
Even though I'm fully insured, most
That
venues
yeah.
accept me. All I got to do is go through the fire marshal, because I'm a fire marshal. I go talk to the fire marshal.
Okay.
Anybody that knows me, shout out to downtown South Main, Memphis Fire Department. I think that is 4. I think they are Station 4. They're Station 3 or Station 4,
Mhm.
right near the Civil Rights Museum.
Yeah.
They let me start doing fire dancing during COVID for South Main trolley nights.
Okay.
I was one of the first fire dancers that started. Now other fire
There's
dancers
more.
are doing it, but
I ain't gonna ask what color.
other. But what's crazy is the chief grew up in South Memphis
Okay.
with my father, and I came down and I brought my daughter, and I'm gonna finish this real quick because we going to the next thing. But brought my daughter, and I was like, I know this is gonna be a wind, some wind in the air. I know these motherfuckers gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm gonna ask, can I
Yeah.
do South Main trolley night for them? And so the chief comes out and he's like, I told him my real name. I gave him my real name. I didn't give him Blue Flame. And he was like, Dickie. He
Oh.
said, what's your daddy name? What's your folks name? So I told my daddy name.
He
I
know.
grew up with your ready.
Oh, you locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah,
Girl, you can come on down here and do whatever
damn
you
right
want
you
to
can do
do.
it. Yeah.
So started, establishing and pioneering people to dance at the fire department because they used to dance across the street from the fire department at this
Okay.
other little spot. But I started bringing fire awareness, which is something that's very important to me. Fire safety.
Yes.
Anytime I'm amongst kids or people that I just feel like need to hear, I will not try this at home, and are
Right.
not aware of what I'm doing. I always try to bring that awareness to them as well. So
Okay.
this for me is this is my my gift, and I don't want anyone to think that this is something that they can go home and
And play
put on
with.
their sexy negligee. And
Yeah, don't
like I
let, yeah,
had a
yeah.
homegirl,
You ain't gonna get
I
burned.
had a homegirl came
Tried
over
it.
to my house, and she's watching me fire dance, and she calls me the next day, and she's like, "How do you treat burns?" I said, "What you mean?" Girl, I tried to do what you did. I said, that's what you get a little bit.
Yeah,
But let me,
yeah.
make sure you got the ointment, make sure you got your
Yeah,
burn
go
ointment,
get your shit.
aloe veras, all those. But a lot of people don't realize that this
Yeah.
is a serious business and that this is not
I
something
know
that
from what I saw, I would not play with
I
it.
don't recommend anyone do.
Yeah, I ain't gonna play with
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know. First of all, why I do it,
it.
other than being a sign.
Yes.
I also don't know how I allow myself to be burned and just be like, all right, I'm gonna do this shit again. So
Damn.
I have people ask this question. Yes, I am burned. No, there is no trick to what I do. There's nothing I can coat my body with.
It's if
Even
you can take it or not.
even the Wi-Fi dancers. I'm finna give y'all some real shit because I've been talking about the Wi-Fi dancers. I'm talking about everybody. No one's tricking you. This
Yeah.
is real shit. So pay the Wi-Fi dancers what they worth.
Yeah.
Pay me what I'm worth. But I'm trying to tell people and then explain to people,
Stop playing.
hey, preserve me a little bit more. Like they say, preserve me a little bit more
Yeah.
than the average, because we grew up on Mazel Tovs.
Yeah.
We grew up on our homes being burned. We grew up on Ku Klux Klan and fire.
Yeah.
So for us to understand how to correlate that into a positive thing
And play with it.
and play with it,
But
and,
not really playing because you really it
it
takes skills
it's
to
playing
play.
with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put
Because
it to you like
you
this.
gotta have some skills. So
It's
you ain't
with me.
playing.
It's playing with me.
For real.
Because I'm not in control. I am not in control of that element.
That's
It's
tough.
almost and it's crazy. I'm gonna give y'all some real a good correlation of what playing with fire looks like. Bring a lion out and let him sit next to you.
Mm.
One day he might be cool.
Next day you might eat your ass
Might
up.
tear your motherfucking ass up. So if you want to know what fire dancing is to me and
Ooh.
what that looks like,
That's tough.
it's every day dealing with an element that is unpredictable.
Yeah.
And that I don't know what it's going to do to me and how it's going to react, how I'm going to, be injured, or if I'm going to be injured at all, if the injury is serious or not. I mean, that's what I have to correlate it to.
Damn.
But I also believe in the story of David. You can be amongst the den of lions and still not be touched.
Yeah.
And you might get a scratch.
But you can come out still.
But you can come out still.
Yeah.
So,
Damn. That's tough. So with the Vegas, the 3 year, we back to the 3 year.
3 year. So 3 year looks like special events. You will not be seeing BlueFlame all the time. I will eventually start a special events company, which is what I'm working on right now, where I provide special events from glass dancers to stilt walkers to other fire dancers to aerialists, because I own my own aerial equipment. So for me right now, I'm in this space of just hiring an aerialist to come to an event and do a festival. And maybe I'm the fire dancer. I have a aerialist, but I'm now working in this space where it's simply me being a special events planner.
Okay.
I may be a part of it, I may not. But I can listen to my client, find out what they
book
need,
it accordingly.
book it accordingly, and I will specialize. sorry to say, will specialize in nothing but people of color,
Yes,
and
yes.
also veterans. That's something
Okay.
that's very near and dear to me. I feel like veterans need an opportunity to be in a space like that to release a
Yeah,
lot of the energy that they've gone through. And I feel like having a job like that keeps them on that edge that they're used to.
yeah,
If they're trained properly, that can take them far.
yeah,
We're already
for
risk
sure,
takers as veterans,
for sure,
and thank you for your service. I haven't told you
for
that.
sure.
Thank you for
Thank you.
your
Yes,
service.
thank you.
And so anything that gives us that belonging of community and that sets us aside from the
Hmm.
average person, I think is really great. So for me, my focus is making sure that people of color, veterans, are placed in jobs that they can be their best self and
Yeah,
not just have to go work in the civilian world or work at the post
find
office
something to
and
do. Yeah,
and go postally crazy
yeah. Or
because
the
of the
police
people.
department and
Police
all that.
department,
Yeah.
you know, um, eventually build a veteran owned and a veteran staffed, because I am a veteran owned company, but a veteran staffed company
Yeah.
is very important to me. And my kids' gym, I want to be able to teach this to children that are not so much just less fortunate, but especially less fortunate, but
Okay.
children of color that do not get exposed. Like we have the paranormal circ here in
Mm.
Memphis. Um, you have Ringling Brothers, you have Universal Circus,
Yeah.
you have all these things, and that are we see, but we
Hmm.
can't really resonate to.
Yeah.
Universal Circus, you're really gonna probably see a lot of people from out of the country. You're not gonna
Yeah.
see a lot of people from the states. They
I
usually
just went to that joke.
so
Yeah.
you're gonna deal with that. Why? Because they pay them less. So
Yeah.
you're not getting paid what a person from the states would
Right.
require.
Right.
So they
Right.
go out. But my difference is in my future plans is going over to Africa, going
And
over
getting them.
to
Go
the
to the
Caribbean,
source.
go to the sources, bring them back so that they can
Mm.
make their own money. Because the problem is that a lot of white fire dancers or performers will go over to these countries, Africa, to the Caribbeans, learn the art,
And
pay
run.
the family $500 because
And get
in
out of there.
Africa $500 goes a
Long
long way.
way.
$1,000 goes a long
And
way.
then run back with the
Then you run
game.
back, but guess what? You split the trainings up: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and you charge $1,000 for each one. So the $1,000 you just gave an African family,
To
you
get
just made
all the
three
game.
thousand.
Yeah. You
You
get
just
all the
made three
game.
thousand dollars back. So it's like playing it's like the casino.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just paid 1,000
Yeah. You
to
just
make
milked them
three.
for the game. You milked them for the
You
game.
milked them for the game. So I try to share with people. I want to my tours,
Yeah.
having my fire eating tours, fire dancing tours, building a team, picking a couple of women from or people from different states as I tour, having
Yeah.
about two fire dancers in every state.
That's dope.
Being able to have that under the Blue Flame Circus Productions, because a lot of people don't know I have a circus productions company.
Okay.
So I'm not just a Blue Flame fire performer. I have a Blue Flame Circus Productions company,
Okay.
and I also have a burlesque company called 901 Burlesque.
Okay.
So I have a umbrella under myself, which is Blue Flame Fire Burlesque, which is I'm the owner and founder of 901 Burlesque,
Okay.
which is something that I've trained so many burlesque performers here in the city.
Yeah.
Y'all know y'all done turned your backs on me,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
all good. But and that's why I had that issue with loyalty. I train people, put them on to things.
And then they
They'll
built.
go behind your back, work with producers,
Yeah.
do all kinds of weird step on your toes type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that because to
Your
whom is
work is
given,
done.
what much is expected.
Yeah. Your
So
work is done.
and guess what? Vegas calls.
Yeah.
So especially when you think you just got me on a producer that I just put you on to, God has these ways of,
lining it up.
man, he'll align me and be like, what you worry about that
Don't
for?
worry about it.
Vegas just
Yeah.
called you.
Yeah.
I didn't call him.
Look,
Vegas calling them.
that's one of my favorite lines. Don't worry about it,
Don't worry
sweetheart.
about it. Ooh,
Don't
not that
worry
little
about it,
baby, not that little boy.
sweetheart.
Don't worry about it,
Don't worry about it,
sweetheart.
sweetheart. I
I
love that
love
little
that
boy. Don't worry
boy.
about
He
it,
said it so
sweetheart.
cool,
Yeah.
you know?
It's that splat.
But
That's what he said. It's that splat.
that baby was serious about it. But
Yeah.
yes, pioneering a special events company that surpasses anything that any Memphian has seen. But I'm not bound to Memphis. I'm traveling the world. I may have a Memphis show here and be in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
You know, because I got that way. I have dancers, so that's why I'm working so hard to have podcasts like this to speak on what I'm trying to do.
Sure.
I'm so grateful to be on your podcast.
Man, it's been an honor, for real.
We have literally dug deep.
For real.
And you know the questions to ask, because I think for me, I've had interviews, but the questions are so surface.
Yeah, see, I like to ask what I call open-ended questions. Mm-hmm. Questions that'll make you kind of talk more. Like, you won't just say yay, nay. You have to explain. Mm-hmm. And it seems like it works because you give me, it's not only what I'm asking for way more. And you've done a great job in giving me that.
Yeah, in 3 years, I see BlueFlame taking over the world. I see BlueFlame doing some. If I'm not the person on the awards show doing fire dancing, I would be the one that booked that fire dancer.
That put the whole thing together.
Memphis, we big
like
Memphis,
that.
you know.
Big.
We may not always be in the forefront, but we are. A lot of us are pioneers. A lot of us are teachers.
Working.
A lot of us are groomers of great artists. You know, so I may not be the artist that steps out and does all the dope stuff. I may be creating a space. You know, it's just like shout out to Tehran that has the Grindhouse. Mm-hmm. You know, Ladia Yates. All these people.
Yes.
You know. We're teachers. Yeah. We may not get the acknowledgement that our dancers get, but we're planting seeds
for sure.
And
you playing your part.
We're playing our part. You know, you're not gonna always be the front man. Yeah. So you got to learn how to start grooming and preparing your stars and recognizing stars and recognizing you're not the only star. Yeah. And God is giving you the equipment and the light and the energy to recognize other stars.
Definitely.
You can be a star all day, but if you can't see it in someone else.
Yeah. You know what? I just thought of something. Your daughter, and it's just a vision that just for her to be a special needs individual. And you take this skill and give that to her.
She's fire dancing.
Next level.
She's already doing it.
Yeah, that's next level.
Lavender's fire dancing already. Like Lavender was fire dancing. We had a whole fight about this shit.
Really?
So I'm trying to grow the company, and Circus is a family business. Yeah. So you don't ever teach a person outside of your family what you know until you teach someone inside
in the family,
your family. So for me, my grandkids will more than likely be fire dancers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
At least have the skill. If they decide to do it. Yeah.
Yes, they will. But in that sense, when I was doing these contracts, you know, I have the dancers that have to do other things while I do fire dancing. So I may have a performer doing LED little wings and they floating around an event because I deal with a lot of big events. Okay. So I may have to have dancers.
Yeah, you need a little bit more, you
know, to feel it.
Yeah, just to cover the ground too.
Right. And I'm the fire dancer that just shuts that shit down. You know, like, oh. And so she was just in this space. She was like, I don't want to do the wings. I can't stand them. And I understood what she was saying.
Yeah. She want to do the major shit.
And I think it wasn't even that. It was just like, I don't want to do them damn wings.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to explain to her, though, you can't get to the big time of it until you do these
Yeah, you
small
gotta eat a
things.
piece of cake before you eat the whole cake.
You know what I'm saying? And you getting paid. I wasn't even getting paid doing the little small stuff back
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
You get
yeah,
paid.
yeah,
So my dancers, they get paid a nice amount of money for
yeah,
15 minutes of a show.
yeah.
So I had entitled dancers at one point, which is why I had to kind of revamp a lot of
Make some
things
adjustments,
because I'm
right?
like, you're getting paid this for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Baby boy, baby
cut it
girl.
out.
Like, whoa. Like I had people want my suites.
Yeah,
I had people want the type of room I had when I would take them out of town with me. They want the penthouse I got.
same room. Get man, if you don't sit your head
You
down.
better go. You
Yeah,
ain't booking nothing over here. I'm
right,
booking
right,
all
right.
this. This all me.
Yeah, yeah,
And so with my daughter, I just wanted her to understand that there are levels to,
definitely.
climbing it. And I think she saw one show that I did. I did a Indian inspired show. I had the amazing Shaws. Shout out to Kenny Shaw, Melody Shaw.
Uh-huh.
The Shaws, they're a great real estate family here in the city. And I did this show, which was an Indian inspired show. They turned their whole backyard into this Indian,
Yeah.
inspired vibe for their grandbaby that was coming. And my daughter saw the performance, and she was like, "I want to help you."
Okay.
She's like, "I get it, mom.
She get it
I
now.
get it."
Okay.
And so sometimes I think people have to
They have to see it.
see,
Yeah.
you know.
And sometimes I feel like sometimes people don't see your vision, but they may see a vision.
Hmm.
So you may like you've been putting this work in, and she might I don't get it, but for some reason she saw a
She's
vision.
getting it.
Yeah, so
Starting to
she
get it.
like yeah I want to be a part of
I said, "You sure you want to wear them ISIS wings? You okay wearing them ISIS wings?"
that. I'll bring
I
you
said, "Cause
back.
see, if you want to do fire and I wear the ISIS wings, I'm still gonna get paid when I get
Right,
paid. Now
right, yeah,
you gonna get paid what you got paid, but I'm still gonna because I'm big
yeah,
contract. I'm
yeah,
the one
yeah, yeah,
closing these
yeah. You
suckers.
putting the whole play together.
And so I want people to understand though that I want to see bigger, extravagant, more events in Memphis. I want to see
Yeah,
things Vegas style. I want to see
that's
things New York style,
yeah.
Miami style. I travel. So
So
I
you
get
see
to
the
see.
difference.
I go to Club Live.
Yeah, you
I
see the
go to all
difference
these
out there.
amazing spots with boots and celebrity hangouts and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And I'm not privy to it. That shit don't mean shit
you
to
at
me.
work.
That shit don't
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
mean shit to me. But I want people to understand it's bigger than Memphis. It's bigger
yeah.
than Memphis booking you.
But
You know,
I think that like I said with your daughter though, that can take it to another
it
realm
is.
because you talking about special needs, quote unquote. Because I don't even want to call it that from my own self. Like I believe in empowering. Like
Hmm. And we call it hard of hearing
oh yeah,
or
that's that on
hearing
that.
impaired.
Yeah, okay, hearing
But we,
impaired.
we say special needs so
Just
that
in
other
general,
parents
yeah, to
understand,
understand.
because she's fully functional, doing her
Yes,
thing.
yeah,
But I like for her to identify so that she
with
understands,
pride.
yes, with
Yeah,
pride, because that's okay
yeah, yeah, yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
say. But
yeah,
we also have these new, like as we in her adult world venture into
yeah,
vocabulary and
yeah,
these
yeah,
new
yeah.
things that
Because it
makes her feel
sounds so
empowered.
helpless.
It sounds helpless,
Yeah,
but
but it
that's this
doesn't mean that though.
but
I'm
it
with you.
doesn't.
I'm with you.
You
I'm
know what I'm
with
saying? And so that's
you.
what
Yeah,
we have to look at in special needs. Just because a person's special needs doesn't mean that they're helpless.
yeah.
Just
I
it
have
has
this
special
thing.
needs.
I have this just thing about empowering. Like man, we ain't on
I'm
that.
with you.
Don't worry about
Like,
all. Man, come on.
hey,
I'm
I'm
like that. Like I don't want to hear none of
that's
that.
how me and her always have been. I
Yeah,
feel like that's why my daughter does not sign.
yeah. Like I
I was
don't want
like,
that. Man,
let talk to me.
say what you need to
Say what you
say.
need to say.
Yeah,
Talk
see
to me.
that's how I
Talk
would
to me.
feel if I had to deal with like, man, we ain't claiming none of that.
I didn't. I never did. And
Yes.
I speak on this platform about it because a lot of people don't know the struggles.
Yeah, I
A
can
lot of people don't
imagine.
understand, the um, steps and journeys
Yeah,
as a
it's so much to
person
overcome.
that my daughter has gone through that I have as a
Yeah.
mother. So people see BlueFlame and they're like, I want to. Why can't I eat fine? Why can't I be like, baby?
Yeah.
Because you got to go through the
You gotta go
storm.
through something.
You got to go through what's through the fire,
Yeah.
through the limit, through the
Yeah,
wall.
yeah.
You gotta go through
You got
it
to
for you to
really
understand
appreciate it.
why I'm
Really.
even assigned or who I am.
Yeah.
I assign my name the name BlueFlame,
Yeah.
and that is the most consistent fire known to man, and it's the
Blue flame.
hottest fire known to man, Blue
Yeah.
Flame. And I considered myself that while studying the science of fire. I
Okay.
started understanding the science of fire, and I was like, you know
Blue
what? I'm a
flame.
Blue Flame.
I get it.
No one gave me that name. When I got that name and them people asked me what my new performance name was, and I told them Blue Flame, and wife, I was like,
Wow.
"Where'd you get that
Yeah.
name?"
Yeah, like
Oh,
I wanted that.
that's why you gonna be forever my family. You know how to finish my sentences. You know how
I
to finish
wanted
my.
that.
That was like,
That's
where
all.
you get that name from? We didn't
Blue
give you that
flame.
name.
Yeah.
And that is how, and I feel like God assigned me that name. God was
Yes.
basically saying, "You are one of the most consistent people, I
Yeah.
have created. I see your consistency. I see what you're doing, and but I also know you fiery, you spicy,
I
and
like
you
that.
hot, and you are super hot.
Yeah.
People they either want to approach you and warm their hands, or they
They
want
gonna
to
get the hell
walk
away from
away,
it. Yeah.
like they stogies, or they want to walk
Get
away.
all away from
It's
it.
either your choice though. So
That's
I
tough.
know, that my daughter is the next generation
She
into what I
definitely
do.
is.
That's why I fight so hard for her to understand that this is not something that's gonna die with me.
Yeah,
Like,
I see. Damn, I'm tripping. I see so much potential in just that element of it. Like
mhm,
to be hearing impaired and be able to play with that fire like
mhm,
that.
mhm.
That takes it to another level.
Yes,
And I mean, don't get me wrong. You got skills.
she's
But if
amazing
she
too.
do the same thing you do,
But you know what's crazy? So Lavender has the modeling game, which is what we're about to take over with her hearing impaired.
yeah.
So what we want to focus on with her is juking,
Mm-hmm.
teaching hearing impaired children juking.
Wow.
Uh huh.
That's another level.
That
Because you got to
beat,
hear the music.
that beat,
Yeah, you
that
got to get with the
beat,
beat.
that beat, and you know what I'm saying? 'Cause see,
That's
that's an old school thing for us. We used to get on
yeah,
the.
yeah, beating on the table and everything.
That's where you feel your beat from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I would see my daughter juke, I'm like, what? Like, seeing my daughter juke sometimes makes me cry.
Really.
Seeing my daughter dance
Because
ballet
you
makes
know
me
she has to pick up the beat.
frequencies.
Yeah, you got to
Like,
pick that up. That's not yeah.
So it's deeper than
Yeah,
the
that's
fire
deep.
dancing because my daughter is really truly who inspired me to get back to dance. That's how I ended up becoming a fire dancer because I needed to get back into movement. I needed to get
Okay.
back into arts. And
Yes.
so my daughter was already juking. Now, this is when I was overweight, so I'm just the mama watching.
Yeah.
I'm just the mama I'm the mama on the side like
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. But this was when was this? This was
Oh
when they
my
were
God.
doing the Vine.
Yeah.
They
All the
did it for the
videos.
Vine
Okay. Yeah,
back
do it
then.
for the Vine.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was so heavy set. So all of these new, TikToks and things now that
Yeah.
these mothers are doing, I couldn't even keep up back then.
Right.
So I was grateful because when me and my ex-husband were co-parenting, when I had time to myself, that's how I picked up doing fire dancing.
Okay.
So when she would come visit me, she would also do the classes with me. So some of them also didn't even want my daughter there.
Yeah.
Like my daughter would come in the class and they'd be like,
That's tough.
and it's tough because she saw it.
Yeah.
It wasn't just something that I'm picking up and she's like, oh, like
They don't want
mama,
me
that
here."
ain't they.
Yeah.
You could feel that they did not
That's
want her
tough.
there, and it's okay because it taught us. It shows her like we just did this show. At Memphis Made. Again, this was one of those ones where we weren't. I was there, but the
Wasn't
media
supposed to be
shows
there. Yeah.
that I didn't appear. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And so my daughter, she's doing all my video footage, so she got a lot of great footage. But I also got her on footage because this was her first time doing it
Performing
in public
too,
as well.
yeah.
So you could see when she got out there, it was like like the lady that taught me was there.
Oh.
So she's like, she done brought her daughter in. You know what I'm saying? Like she got to start something. She's doing something. And so the energy, you can feel the thickness
That's
in the
crazy.
air. And that's why I'm so grateful for Alicia Wright. Because Alicia Wright just texted me out the
She
blue.
saw
She was
that.
like, hey, I want you to know. I have the text. I'll send it to you. She says, you were the magic that night.
Yeah.
You were the magic that night. Everybody that knows you saw you, that you were there. But we see
What they
that the
doing? Yeah.
posts show you weren't there.
Wow.
And that is what they did to me when I was in the collective. That's what they do to me now. But I'm not searching for acknowledgement. I'm not
Yeah. No,
searching
I'm
to
with
be
you. I'm
acknowledged.
with
I
you.
mean,
I'm
God
with
is
you.
going to give me,
He gonna shine the light on you
gonna
anyway.
give me that.
Yeah.
So to be able to do this with my daughter and have this moment where she's now coming into this with
That's
me,
powerful.
super powerful. So you are manifesting something that's already
That's a whole nother
there.
level. That's a whole nother
So
level.
you're right.
For real.
I can agree with you.
Definitely.
And that's why I'm working on her now, doing even my bookings. I'm like, you got to start with the bookings because they got to teach
Yeah.
you contracting.
Next
You
level.
can't be fire dancing out of the contracts.
Yeah.
Like, like I need you to know the money.
Yeah. This ain't free game,
You
but it's
know,
free game.
right? I'm
Yeah.
gonna teach you the steps.
Yeah.
I need you to assist me. I need you to, you know,
Yes.
all the things that they made me go through. I'm going to take her through, but in a way where this is something that
You can appreciate it.
yes,
Yeah.
you know, and then that way, once it's time for me to turn the tables over, and it's
She
you,
got it.
you training all the girls,
Yeah.
we in Jamaica somewhere.
Yeah.
We got 2 girls in Miami. We got 3 girls in Tennessee doing a
Yeah.
wedding. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just staying on fire dancing. I
I'm
have
with you.
all kinds of apparatuses that I want.
I'm with you.
It's just so many things I'm working on and investing in
That's
that are
so dope.
special events, props
Yeah.
that they don't notice coming.
That's dope.
Oh, I'm
That's
just
dope.
right now letting God lead me and just allowing myself to learn, be open to learn more because there
That's
is a
dope.
lot more that I need to just continue to learn. I want to be forever a student.
I like that. Yeah, that's the best way to be. I just want to say that I really wish you the best in all your future endeavors. Like your talent is next level, and to be able, I think even when we're children, to have a skill that really nobody else has is it builds confidence. It just makes you feel superior in so many ways. So I can imagine having a skill like fire art.
Mm,
That's next level. Like who else do this shit? Like
thank you.
to be able to be among you can be amongst 100 people and pull that shit out and ain't nobody in the room can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there is next level.
Thank
You can be
you.
in amongst 200 people, 500 people, and nobody in the room can do what you do.
Thank you, bro.
That right there is next level for me, like for real.
All
So,
praises to God.
man, so to be able to even pass it on to your child, like she's in a whole nother bracket, a whole nother realm.
She's a winner.
Yeah, like now, not only do you have this skill that 500 people in the room can't do, you're hearing impaired.
Mm-hmm.
So put another 500
Mm-hmm.
people in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't nobody fuck with you. Like
And you ain't gotta hear fire to
you
know
ain't gotta hear it. Yeah, that's next level. Like that's crazy. So
Thank you.
I do want to say that, and I'll say I have some events that I'm working on, and it would be an honor and a pleasure to be able to book you
It'd be an honor to
for
work
the
with
event.
you.
You know what I'm saying? And I know the difference when it comes to getting your worth, getting what you're worth. I have a saying, and I may mix it up because I'm a little buzzed, but
Right, no, we ain't.
I say that um, people may think they can determine your value,
Mm-hmm.
but only you can determine your worth.
Come on.
You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
So you might say, your haircuts ain't worth $50.
Hmm.
Or that your haircuts are valued at $50. But I can say what they worth.
Exactly.
So you got to pay me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And never go
So
amongst an audience that questions that.
Yes.
That means that's not your audience.
Yeah, that ain't the people I need to be dealing
I've
with.
learned my niche.
Yeah.
I've learned that if they say I'm going to Lil Pookie to go get
Man,
they
let
gonna
Pookie
still
have.
want to get the $50 hairstyle, but
Yeah.
they may want to go to Lil Pookie because Lil
Yeah.
Pookie gonna do an extra
Lil
line
Pookie,
and a Bobby
yeah.
Brown.
Yeah, that
But
ain't
Lil
gonna work.
Pookie line might not be
Yeah,
all
it
the
ain't
way
gonna work.
straight.
It ain't that. This
You know
ain't
what I'm
that,
saying?
Pookie.
See,
This ain't that.
so I'm so about paying what others are worth as well. It's not just me saying, pay me what I'm worth.
Yeah.
I ask for what I'm worth so
And
that
you're willing to pay.
and I'm willing to pay
Yeah.
what I weigh. That's why I keep saying, I'm not saying that a lot of these dancers won't patronize a lot of the people that book them,
Yeah.
but look into the fact that the people you book, make sure they're patronizing you in some sort of way.
Yeah.
It's not a white or black thing. This is a business thing.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? If your business, a person that you're booking, that's just like, even when I do a show, Curtis can account to this. A lot of people that have booked me in shows, I bring gifts. If you book me, I bring you some stuff.
Yeah.
I bring you a bottle.
Yeah.
I bring you things to remind you of the fact that you're just
You got
as
the right
worthy
one. Yeah. You
as
got
I
the right
am.
one. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't just show up. Me showing up ain't the gift.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
it's a part of it.
Right.
But I'm gonna bring you some $25 stogies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you a $50 to $100 bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing for me. If that's what we're doing, if we're recycling this money, I'm gonna show up at your club to just do come have a dinner.
Yeah.
Come have some drinks. Call
Patronize
my
your business type deal. Yeah. Well, I can say that skill, like I said, that skill in itself is one above all. So to be able to take that around the world, to be able to teach that, to be able to just share that ability is powerful in itself.
Thank you.
So I do wish you the best in all your future endeavors. And like I said, I will be collaborating with you on any event that I'll be doing. Yeah, that if it got fire in it, I want you to be the fire.
I got you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, brother, what you need to make it look good? Because I want to know when people mess with me, just call me.
Yeah,
you know
we gonna make
like,
it happen.
How we need to make this shit look good?
Yeah,
that's all I'm about. I can do 5 minutes of a show and make your shit look good.
Take it to another level.
Baby.
Yeah.
Like, did this nigga just do a whole intro with a 5 down?
Yeah.
I've done some proms. I've done some crazy events that people. I had one prom. I just did a prom this past year. This boy brought a goat.
Yeah.
He brought me.
He said he the goat.
He had to go. He was the goat. And he really was. That's what his mama called him. The
Clearly.
goat, baby.
He clearly was the goat.
Baby.
If he had fire and a goat at the prom, he the goat.
And
for
the money
real.
just spread
Yeah,
out.
he the goat.
I mean, and so
you can't tell him shit.
I literally love seeing the realms of entertainment that I get to embark upon. I've been as far as Negril, Jamaica. I performed in Jamaica as well.
Yeah, I kicked it out there for my birthday a couple years ago. Yeah, it's a vibe.
I did some work with Royalton Resort. And it was just an honor to be able to perform with the Jamaican fire dancers, which they use kerosene. Okay. So I left out of there smelling like a car.
Yeah.
like my name was Larry.
So what you use?
I don't tell people.
Oh, my bad. Don't tell it. No. Don't break your stride now. Don't break it now. I just was curious. You said they use kerosene. I was like, well, what you use? But no. They use kerosene. That's all that matters. You don't.
I do not.
You don't use it.
And
okay.
So I came out of there smelling like a person that worked on cars. Like my name was Larry. And I said,
so you smell like a mechanic.
Oh my God, I smell like a whole
damn.
And
so damn, that's crazy.
I knew then because I mean overseas you can't travel with your gas.
Okay,
you can travel with your props. Okay. So when I showed up and he was like, "This is what we eat with," I was like, and then I eat on my tongue. You know, I'm an eater.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I'm like.
Damn, you had to deal with all of that.
Oh my God, smelling like straight gas. But it just taught me so much about the travel of
And
fire
appreciating the
dancing, the
skill though,
appreciation of
because
skill. Because
that means they're
I
doing
learned a
something you don't
lot,
do.
but I just learned a lot from them too. Like,
Yeah,
um, he be balancing chairs on his head,
all
and
that.
he fire blowing, and even from doing carnival, I just learned so much about history and carnival, and how it correlates into, excuse me, fire dancing.
Yeah.
How it, you hear a lot of, I call it soca music, or um, Caribbean music. That
Yeah.
they're talking about the fire girl, the fire
Yeah,
dancer.
yeah, yeah.
All of these things are real things during
Yeah,
Caribbean
they
and
tied into it.
Caribbean carnival that happen. You got people blowing fire for jab. You got people, which is jab is when they cover themselves in all that black
Okay,
uh
okay,
stuff,
okay.
and they just cover themselves up, and so you got people burning, blowing fire, and that's also a emancipation dance. So
Okay.
that's an emancipation dance as well, which all of those, the Caribbean Carnival Parade, jab, all of these are major things in our history. That's
Uh-huh.
why you don't really get to see it down south, because they're trying to keep us away
Keep
from
that
that
away from
history.
that.
They would rather, and I'm an ally of the LGBTQ community. They would rather emphasize pride than
Yeah.
emphasize a Caribbean
Culture, yeah.
carnival event, and that's something in the next 3 years also,
That you
that
want to
I'm
incorporate.
quietly working on. But you don't have to put that in this video.
Yeah.
But something I'm quietly
It's
working
in
on.
there now.
Shh. But literally working on some things that would bring a different vibe
Yeah.
to Memphis. You got a lot of people that's doing festivals. People don't realize I'm working on my own damn festivals. And you don't got to
I
book me for
heard
no
that.
festival, child. I can do my own
Book your
festival. I'm
own,
retired Air
yeah.
Force veteran, child. I can get a free park anywhere
Get a
I
whole
want.
park,
We
yeah.
gonna get a whole park anywhere we want.
For
We're
real.
veterans.
Yeah.
We can go. We can get whatever we want
You just
when
gotta
it
make
comes.
the move.
Baby.
Gotta make the
So,
move.
and build a team. And sometimes it's hard to build a team here.
Yeah.
People love to steal ideas. Like, you would hear somebody probably hear me say this and
And
say,
then somebody
I'm
run
finna go
off
grab.
with
That's
it.
why I said
Yeah.
that. You can cut it out. You ain't
Yeah,
got to put it in
yeah.
there. But if you
With
want, but if you do, I want people to understand you are welcome to steal ideas from J1, myself, anybody that is of light and of plenty of ideas. But what you're going to where you're going to mess up is realizing that we're not fully complete with the idea.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when I give an idea, God hasn't
You
given
still
me
working
all
on
of
it,
it.
yeah.
He's still working on me with it.
Yeah.
So what you just stole and took
Was
was
a
the
piece.
basics of the
Yeah.
idea. So you're welcome to steal my ideas, because you're only taking, if you're not an innovator and if you're not a creator, you're not going to go
Yeah.
make this better. And
Yeah, you
usually
can't.
anybody that steals anything from anybody is not an innovator and not a creator.
Yeah.
So you can go steal beyond the clientele and call it beyond the client.
Yeah.
And
it
it's
ain't
still
gonna,
not
yeah,
gonna be
it's
the
not gonna work.
same, because he's still building this. He's
Yeah,
still
I'm still
creating
working.
a bigger platform for this, and the type of people that you want on your show. You might
I
not be
might
able to
not
get
go
that
and
he can
yeah,
get.
Yeah.
He got a whole fire dance on this motherfucker. So
Right,
you
right.
you can't bring me. If I see beyond the client, why you think
better
I'm
not
finna?
go on
Why
that.
would I go on beyond the client
Yeah,
when I
right.
just know? But you got people
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you though.
That
I'm
will
with you.
do
That
it.
will try it.
So
They have one in Watts. No, let me quit.
One of
Let
them
me
whites,
quit. Let me quit.
whites on. And I just have
Let
to
me
say
quit.
this in
Let me
closing.
quit.
I have been neutral all my life as a woman of color. It is not until I was told that I am and been treated
Yes.
as if I am a woman of color that I had to now emphasize I'm a woman of color. And you
Yeah,
got me
stand
fucked
on
up.
that. Yeah.
Like,
I'm
now
with you.
you're not gonna play in my face.
I'm with you.
Other than that, I've never been a person that has just been, hey,
Yeah.
nothing. I'm nothing but. But
No, I'm with you.
you know,
I'm with you. I totally get that.
don't play in my
And
face.
sometimes, yeah, that's usually how we're created, how we're turned into the beast that we become because of something like that. But I know that for sure this is not what we were trying to push as far as
That's
the
not our
whites or
narrative.
yeah. I know that for a fact, and I'm sure the people will know that.
We got to preserve space for
Yeah,
ourselves.
but one thing I believe in is celebrating us.
Hmm.
So celebrating us is just that. You know, they had this whole argument when they were saying Black Lives Matter. They'd be like, "What about other?" No, we talking about black.
Others been getting
Yeah. So
others
yeah,
got 401k plans and goddamn insurance
yeah.
policies.
We ain't
We
studying
don't
that.
have that.
Yeah, we
So
just talking about us.
like let's
Yeah.
just be real. And why can't we talk about
Yeah,
us?
that's where I want to leave it at though. Like we're talking about us, and that's that on that. You can't really dictate who we talking about.
What Michael Jackson said, all I want to say is they don't really care about us.
Yeah,
And when he says that, you have to understand it's not just black, it's the minority, it's the people that can't stand up for themselves. It's the
yeah,
person that is being ostracized for what they look like,
yeah.
what they talk like,
Or what they
uh,
don't have
what
what they don't have the
what
means
class
to, or what access
they're
to.
in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for
So
sure.
this is not a color thing for me. I'm an advocate of all colors. I'm an advocate of all races. I'm an advocate of the little man.
Yeah,
I'm
the
the advocate
underdog.
of the underdog.
Yeah,
I'm an underdog.
yeah,
I wasn't supposed to make it out of the Haven by way of the Loft Kings Gate.
yeah,
I wasn't supposed to make it out of that shit. I supposed to still be on Pop and J.
yeah,
Still
yeah.
at Lamar at Pressure World, collecting advertising.
Right, right, right. Give you advertising money for
Getting
real.
advertising money ain't even a pageant no more.
Right.
Oh, Lamar.
On
So
Lamar.
I know the
I'm with
pattern of the expectations of where we come from, but I also know that God has a plan for me,
you.
and
Yeah,
that I'm here to follow God's plan. I'm here to follow His advice, His voice, His energy, and
for sure.
that's gonna surpass me to past my city.
Yeah, forever.
So you know, as long as it's on His time and on His journey, all right,
Let it be.
take me to Timbuktu, Lord.
Let it be.
I'm ready.
That's what's up, man. Well, look, if you don't have anything else that you want the people to know, is there anything else?
I would say protect people of color, performers, protect them at all costs. Book them more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a black or white thing. This is a preservation of history thing. This is a preservation of funds, currency thing. Um, Remember to stay beautiful, man.
Mm-hmm.
Stay uplifted. Stay encouraged. Keep God first. Um, Continue to follow me on all platforms. You can Google me, Blue Flame Fire Goddess. Google me. Chat GBT me.
I heard that.
Blue Flame Fire Goddess. It will come up with a whole thing of information, which I was really surprised about
For
too.
real?
I went to Tequila and one of my Mexican friends was like, "Who are you and what do you do, Quanto?" And I said Blue Flame. So he goes into Chat GBT.
And they
He
found
turns
you.
Chat GBT on me. He's like, "This is you." I was like,
That's me.
"Yeah."
Ain't
Like I
that
don't
something?
So I am I'm building, but I know God sees me, and as long as
Yeah.
God sees me, I ain't worried about
Everybody
nobody
else can be
else,
blind.
baby. Whatever,
For
whatever.
real.
But stay beautiful, stay blessed. Make sure you follow Beyond the Clientele. I want to
Yes.
thank Beyond the Clientele for being such a vibe, a great platform. Thank you to J100 for being such an
Yes.
amazing listener and a
Yes.
participant in the conversation.
Yes.
He ain't get
Yes.
sleepy on me.
Nah,
You
nah,
know,
nah.
we
We
wide
chopping it
awake.
up. We chopping it
You
up.
know, he had
We gonna take us.
conversation.
Yeah, we gonna take another shot when we get done. Yeah.
We about to take another shot.
It's almost her
you know?
birthday.
And it's pretty much my
It's
birthday.
pretty much her birthday. Literally, it's your birthday for real.
And man, send love. Make sure you follow this amazing platform. And
No doubt.
special thank you to you for this opportunity.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Well, that concludes another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1, J100, or Mr. So 100, because you know I do it the So 100 way. And shout out to my special guest, Blue Flame.
It was an honor.
Till next time.
Till next time.
I bet you found me on the daily. I bet you yearning for a piece to eat. I bet them thoughts of my figure eight lose you sleep. I bet you tripping cause I got you weak. I bet you with nobody before me. And you ain't even had a piece, you don't even know. Ditch the phone and take a seat. Close your eyes and count to three. Many came when they observe the moon and stars collide. So I have to warn you, boy, if you stay here, you might see that tonight. With me, you can have all you want, go how you want to. Say that I am my body and what you make. Set the sky on fire. Set the sky on fire. Set the sky on fire. Around your heart, and I'll show you love. Set the sky on fire. No need to worry on the turn of your life. Don't get impatient, baby. Sometimes the things that are crucial are worth the wait. I know by now you're probably faded. Just trying to keep you alive.